they derive a common ancestral origin.
Their geographical location iko distinct, wanakaa pamoja kama watu mmoja, na they share the property pamoja. Kama community land, the way the name community inatumika, ni land inatumiwa communally na kila mmoja, na kwa sababu haiwezi kapatiwa kila mtu kama inatumiwa pamoja, kila mtu hawezi akapatiwa title yake kama binafsi. Title hiyo inakuwa ni ya the whole ya watu wote. Na ndio sababu kunakuwa na ile register ya hiyo community ambayo kila mtu anasajiliwa kuwa kwa hiyo community, ndio akuwe anamiliki ardhi akiwa kwa hiyo community. Title yake ni kuwa member wa that community. Kama huko kwingine vile watu wana kama up country, lakini huko tunaweka down country, kuna individual titles au kuna individual titles, lakini kwa community land itakuwa ni title moja ambayo inamilikiwa na watu wamoja, watu wote wakiwa
drive their interest kwa hiyo membership ya hiyo community.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mengi. Maybe you could break it down to us on the processes involved in community land registration.
Processes involved, tunakuwa tunafanya community land registration tukitumia Community Land Act ya 2016. Hiyo ndio inatuelekeza zile steps zinafuatwa. Watu wa hiyo community, watu wanakaa pamoja, wanakutana, wanatambua ama wana apply for interest of their recognition of rights za hiyo ardhi ambayo wanakaa. They start by applying for recognition. Kwa hiyo application inakuwa kwa CLA1 ambayo ni application for recognition of rights in that and the registration of that community. Wakisha apply, registrar anapitia publicize, anapitia akisensitize watu kwa hiyo community, waone kama kila mtu wamekubaliana ya kwamba wanataka kuregister hiyo community yao. Na land registrar pitia na wahusika wa hiyo community, wanatembea kwa kila kijiji wakiuliza watu maswali kama wamekubaliana na hiyo community yao iwe registered ama hawajakubaliana. After ascertaining ya kwamba wamekubaliana, then wana apply now for registration of their community. Once registration inakuwa mara mbili, inakuwa registration of that community first and then registration of that land wanakuwa ndani yake. Baada ya hiyo after the application for registration in the CLA3 tunaweka
registrar anaweka kwa Kenya Gazette mkutano ya kuchagua wa managers ama committees, wale watakuwa wanaendeleza maneno ya kumanage
ama kuendeleza maneno ya hiyo community. Kwa vile ni title ya watu wote, lazima wachague representatives ambao ni our committees, watu 15 wakiteki cognizance of the gender na geographical location na representation ya kila village na people with disabilities. Hiyo yote inatambuliwa wakati wa elections. Tukitaka kujua kama those who are managing that community are fit for registration. After we have elected the committees, tunawatrain our committees, alafu wana combine, wanaleta ile list na rules and guidelines za vile wataendelea na community yao.
Wanatua change.
Alafu tuna register hiyo community, tunaipatia certificate of registration, not title D. Hiyo certificate sasa baada ya kutrain hiyo communities, wanaendelea wanatuletea ile complete register na map, sketch map, na rules and the regulations za hiyo community. Alafu kazi ya survey, demarcation na planning sasa inaanza kutoka hapo baada ya kupewa kimbali na Minister wa Lands. Baada ya registration, baada ya hiyo demarcation sasa inaanza, ambayo ndio ile kazi rinkaras inaendelea ikiisha. Tukifanya mipaka yao, tukisajili kila kitu, tukiplan, tunawapatia title deed ambayo ndio document ya mwisho kwa lands. Hiyo title deed sasa ndio itaendelea wataendelea nayo. Kama transaction yoyote inatokea, itakuwa inawekwa kwa hiyo document inaitwa title deed.
Sawa, asante Mr. Mengi. If I may go to Mr. Sharmake. Mr. Sharmake, community land registration is increasingly recognized as a foundation for community land governance. From NECA's perspective, how can community land governance and registration ensure that communities are able to secure their communal land rights, strengthen natural resource utilization, while managing to maintain communities at the center of development and decision making?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sharmake. Thank you very much, Mary, for your question. Community lands for our pastoral and communities is very important. If I may just tell everybody that these are communities that are already using this land. Community land is not idle land. It is already land that is sustaining a lot of life. It is sustaining communities, livestock, and wildlife. Okay. Nitaongea pia Kiswahili. Sasa hizi ardhi za community land ni ardhi ambazo watu tayari, jamii zote wanatumia, na kwetu sisi ina umuhimu sana. Ni kama community zetu bado hawajafahamu hizi community za pastoral sana. Hizi ardhi zetu zote isipokuwa public land ama private land, yote ambayo imebaki ni community land. Sheria kuanzia 2026 imetupatia kipaumbele, imetupatia legal means ya communities kukutana wa register. Sasa registration itatusaidia na nini? Registration inapatia hiyo community iko pale nguvu ya kuweza kuchunga hiyo ardhi kisheria, kuweza kupanga ratiba ambaye community zao wanyama wao vile watakavolishwa, grazing systems tunaita, na wildlife, livestock corridors vile zitakuwa. Hiyo ndio inatupatia kipaumbele. Inamaanisha nini pia? Inamaanisha benefit yoyote ikitokea kwa hiyo ardhi, community yetu ndio inafaa kuwa inafaidika, wenye kuregister, na inatupatia fursa ya wenyeji wa hapo kuweza kufaidika na hiyo ardhi. Mnavyojua community nyingi Kenya, nyingi sana, kama ukiangalia central, sehemu nyingi yani za Kenya imekuwa developed, shamba imegawanywa kitambo, lakini sehemu nyingi pia zaidi, I think about 23 counties ndio ama 27 ndio community land ipo. Sana sana hizi county zetu za Northern Kenya, ardhi yote ambayo mnaona ni ya community. So inamaanisha nini? Sheria inatupatia nguvu ya hizo community kuweza kuregister. So tunaweza register namna gani? Vile alivyotuambia registrar, lakini community ikiregister inafaa kuwa inafaidika, inapangia hiyo shamba. Mtu wote mwekezaji akifika anaweza kuja akafaidika na community wafaidike na wakae na huo mwekezaji. Wafanye nini? Wampatie access. Na sisi kama NECA tumejaribu kuhamasisha community zetu za Garissa, Wajir, Mandera na kuelezea kwamba tunafaidika ndio na ardhi, lakini tunajua kwamba bado kuna sehemu nyingi hata hatujui nini inaendelea. Kwa hivyo kitu cha muhimu ni kwamba communities zetu palipopote walipo Kenya hii, ardhi ambaye sio private, sio public na sio ardhi ambayo inatumika na yani mtu ambaye ameshajirejestia, ni ardhi ya community. Na sheria imeturuhusu tukutane, tujadiliane, watu wenye hiyo ardhi wakae chini wakiangalia.
Asante Bwana Sharmake. Acha tuende kwa Bwana Manager Dadaab Municipality, Mr. Mohamed. Tunaongelelea maendeleo na community land in the context of community land governance in an era of rapid urbanization. Dadaab Municipality is a unique municipality. It has been hosting refugees for over 30 decades. And while also serving the needs of the host communities, there's that balance between humanitarian and development. Therefore, as we draw on practical experience at the intersection of municipal planning, refugee hosting, and host community settlements, how do you ensure as a municipality that investments in roads, markets, schools, health facilities, and other public infrastructure respect community land rights while meeting the municipality development needs, bearing in mind that Dadaab, a bigger part of it is still communal land? Karibu.
Asante sana, thank you very much. Kwanza ningependa kusema ya kwamba Dadaab municipality, it has 701,000 refugees. I mean residents. 423,000 are refugees, 100,000 asylum seekers, 185,000 are locals, host community. The municipality has got both Dadaab and Fafi. We have 4 camps, Agadera, Ifod, and Dagale. And there is the question of refugee needs and the balancing community. I want to tell you that because the refugees are there, first of all, there is something good and there is something bad. The good part is that our economy, the Dadaab economy, now has reached 17 billion, according to a survey which was done by Inkomoko last year. The turnover is 17 billion shillings, which is not there in any other place. The other thing is that markets have come up, trade has flourished, a lot of good things are going on there. Many people have gone to fence off land, which was communal, which the pastoralist was supposed to graze the animals. Watu wakaenda wakaweka sanzo, huge parts of land, which is actually illegal. So what we are doing, in order to balance this, we are now trying to register the community. We are going to register community land. We have already elected the Dadaab Land Management Committee. They are now in place, and they are going to protect the land. And when it comes to infrastructure development, like roads, when it comes to schools, hospitals, everything, which the host community is sharing with refugees, we are going to give them the land to build anything. So, as soon as we register that community land, Madam Mary, we hope that this balance will now come, and that the infrastructure will be there, and that refugee needs will also not be trampled upon. What we are going to trample upon is the people who are fencing off land unnecessarily. Wale wanafunga mashamba. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manager. Emma, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our panelist, Mr. Mohamed Hussein Mohamed, who is the Honorable CEC Member for Lands. And Honorable Mohamed, I would like to understand from a county perspective, what has been the role of the county government in community land registration? While you're at it, maybe I could go over to Khalif from Kamude. Since your community received its community land title, what are the benefits and challenges that you have experienced so far since 2022?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Let me take this opportunity to thank Director.
Please, you can go ahead and use Kiswahili. If you don't mind.
Kiswahili kidogo kuna changamoto, so we will changanya Kiswahili and English. But I think the community will engage us during the question session, so we can even explain in Somali. Thank you, Director Mary and the Community Land Registrar. We have been together this journey since the registration of Kamude community and also other communities. Yes, registering a community land is not a walk in the park. This is a process that requires a lot of resources. It requires time. It requires human capacity. So this is a process that is very expensive. Before I continue with the challenges and what are the benefits post-registration of the community land, I would like to take this opportunity to thank FCDC and DCLI who have been supporting us in this process during the registration process, because I have said this is a very expensive process. I also want to thank the county government of Garissa and the Ministry of Land and Physical Planning for giving us technical assistance during the registration process. As I said, this is an expensive process. Yes, we obtained the title deed and the community gain a governance structure. They manage their own land, because before the registration, the community land is custodian of the county government. And after you register your community land, so the county government hands over the land to the community where they can manage and make decisions for their own. But in case of any compensation or any money before registration, the money will be paid to the county government. And then after registration, the county government has to pay that money to the community. So if I come to the question of what were the benefits, before the registration of the community land, this was no man's land. Hii ardhi ilikuwa haikuwa na mwenyewe. Kila mtu alikuwa anakuja, anaishi vile anataka, anafanya vile anataka. But the moment you register that community, you become a registered entity whereby you can be taken to court, or you can even take somebody to court. So that means hii imekuwa serikali ingine kidogo, umekuwa na hiyo nguvu ya kujimanage and make decisions for your own self. So one of the point ya kwanza ambayo imesaidika kwanza na tumefaidika ya kwamba nionyesha hii kuna wenye ardhi ownership, because you cannot own a land without a proper documentation. Hiyo ndio hiyo kitu ya kwanza tulifaidika. The second thing is inclusivity. We have community land management committees, CLMCs in place, which are 15 in numbers, the highest 15 and the lowest 7. So in these 15 community land management committees who are making the decisions, who are the managers of the community land, day-to-day management of the community land, it has to be very inclusive. You have to put in place youth, you have to put in place women, youth leaders, religious leaders, na watu wote katika hiyo community, even the minorities lazima wapewe nafasi. So hiyo kitu imeleta what we call inclusivity. Kila mtu amejiona ako ndani, even kina mama. Let me give you a very good example. If the community assembly went to make a decision, the community land management committees has no power to make a critical decision. The assembly, who are the community members, over 18 years, are the ones who are going to make the decisions. So if we want to pass a resolution, 70% of the community assembly must agree. Imagine if you have 3,000 in your register, community members, and you want to make a decision, and your ward is over 10 villages, mobilizing, you need a lot of resources, you see. So decisions cannot be made by minority. Decisions have to be made. 70% of the community assembly are the decision making organ. So hiyo yote imeipatia fursa ya kwamba inaonyesha kwamba kuna fursa kubwa, kila mtu anajiona ndani. Pia imeleta planning. Before the community land registration, hiyo ardhi ilikuwa unatembea vile unataka, unaishi mahali unataka, but the moment we developed a land use plan and a wildlife management plan, imeonyesha ya kwamba there is a plan, a land use plan that ambayo inaweza kutumika na inasema ya kwamba huko itakuwa area conservation, huko itakuwa area ya farming, huko area itakuwa ya grazing, because this act inapatia nguvu wafugaji. Kwa hivyo tayari imeshapatia wafugaji ya kwamba the area reserved for grazing. Ile vitu vingine pia tulipata imereduce hiyo conflict, na community wamejua ya kwamba there is a very clear boundary between the neighboring communities. So I will come to the challenges if you give me that chance.
In 1 minute, please. Okay. Bwana Waziri, maybe you could take us through how the county government supported Kamuthe in its registration process and other roles and functions of the county government in community land registration.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First and foremost, let me thank the Almighty Allah who brought us here. For introduction purposes, I'm Honorable Muhammad Hussein Mohammed, the County Executive Committee member in charge of lands, physical planning, housing, and urban development. Before anything else, I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to all of you for the lateness. We were very engaged. I was in other meetings. So, CEO Mary Awiti, Honorable Sophia, Chief of Staff, Mr. Abdullahi, all the panelists, the moderator, the Director Physical Planning, Garissa County, all the municipalities, all of them, the 6, the chairs, and all the board members, the CEOs present, all the NGOs, donors and partners, the stakeholders, the women, youth, religious leaders, and all other members present. Salamu alaikum and good morning. Salamu alaikum and good morning. It is our pleasure as Garissa County to host the Devolution Service Week, as it is the first one that we are hosting. And we want to congratulate and appreciate His Excellency, our Governor Nadif Jama, who have lobbied and ensure that we have the capacity and to hold this on behalf of the Northern region. I think it's the first one that we are holding. And I think you are aware, and the CEO also is aware, that we lobbied last time, the Devolution conference, but we could not make it. But we will try and ensure that the next Devolution conference it went to Homa Bay. Okay. So we want to try also to host the next Devolution conference, inshallah, Garissa County on behalf of the Northern region. So let me go straight to the processes of the community land registration process. Number one, the first one is inventory of all communities to the ministry. To the ministries. The Act recognizes the community land right and requires a formal record of community land claims, while the regulation provides the inventory forms, the inventory form for unregistered community land submitted by county government. County government. Okay, we will summarize. The first one is the inventory of all community records to the ministry. All community records, as a Garissa County government, we have already submitted all our inventory for community land last term, 2017, when His Excellency Ali Buno Korana was the governor. So already we submitted, and that is the first requirement that we have to do it to the ministry, State Department of Lands. Public awareness. Public awareness is a key. We have to make sure that the public are aware of our community land registration and the processes are followed to the due process. Number 3 is the submitting of a CLA, one form gazetted communities. That form must be submitted for gazetted communities. The communities that require to register their land, they have to be gazetted. Number 4 is the public participation. Public participation, I think, is a legal tool that is required. After the election of our Constitution 2010, a public participation is a key. So anything or any activity that are key in the government that we are doing, we have to do a public participation, so that we include and collect the view of the public, that this should be a demand driven from the community and not something that we orchestrate or create our own issues without involving the communities. Number 3, the other part is the CLMC election. CLMC is the Community Land Management Committee election. The range is 7 to 15 members. And then after that, the register the members. The community members that were identified, all of them must be registered and recorded. The other part is the submitting of CLA 3 form, issuance of certificate to confirm that ownership is confirmed to the community. The other one is the notice of intention to demarcate, survey, and a CS land, survey and land. After that, the area must be demarcated and surveyed. The other part is the demarcation of and surveying, planning cadastral maps. Now that is the key, where the community have identified their land, demarcation and survey, planning and cadastral maps must be created. Issuance of title deed. The final one is the issuance of title deed to the community. After all the processes have been done, now issuance of title deed. So once the community gets the title deed of their land, that means that land belongs to that community. They have the powers and the authority to administer, to run, to plan, and to do whatever they want. So the land use plan. So that those are some of the key processes that are required for communities to learn. I think the benefits, all other parts has been captured. And because of time, because we have other teams that will present, or the panelists of other departments, for those few remarks, I thank all the participants for the attendance and the Council of Governors and the state department for the devolution service that they have given us the chance, and it is well organized. So for those few remarks, thank you so much.
Thank you, Waziri. And as you've also mentioned, post-registration, the county government still continues with sensitization and training of the community members. Wananchi, ningependa kuchukua fursa hii.
Mary, before, I think it has been said, before the community land is registered, it is under the trust of the county government. It will, that one should be very clear. Any unregistered land, unregistered community land is under the trust of the county government. Once the community land is registered, that community, through the CLMA, will take over and administer. So for those few remarks, thank you so much.
Asante Waziri. Sasa ningependa kuchukua fursa hii, tumeongea Kizungu nyingi na tungetaka pia tusikie na Kisomali. Kwa hivyo ningependa kumkaribisha Khalif aweze kutusamaraizia maneno yote tumeongea ili tuweze kufungua jukwaa kwa maswali. Karibu Khalif.
Assalamu alaikum. Ana ndigu soo noqday mar kale waxaan af Soomaali ugu hadlayo waxa way waa itusio itabsi. Annaga dhulkeena sharciyantiisa theory ma ahayn, waa practical. Macnaha title-ka baan qaadanay. Marka wax yar waqtigaas yar waxaan rabay inaan dadweynaha uga faa'iideeyo waxyaalihii maaragtay muhiimadda laga hadlay. Muhiimaddan baan ka soo qabsanaynaa. Sidaa marka hore sheegnay, horta dhulkan intaan la sharciyeynin countigu gacanta ugu jira. Awoodoo dhan countiga gacanta ugu jirta, laakiin countiga naftooda lama rabo inay ku xadgudbaan ilaa dhulka laga sharciyeynayo. Lacalla haddii mashruuc u imaado dowladda, mashruuc weyn ay ka fuliso oo magdhow u imaado, lacagtaas countiga ayaa account gelini, dhulka markii la sharciyeeyo ayaa dadweynaha lacagtooda la siinaya. laakiin intaadan dhulkan sharciyeysanin dhul adig gacan kuguma jiro. Marka waxaan ku bilaabay lacalla haddaan rabo inaan dhulka sharciyeysto, xageen ka bilaabaya? Community-gaada horta waa inay heshiis yihiin. Waa inaad horta dhulka miyaan leenahay mase horaa loo qaatay? Waa dhulkii in la soo baaro, in horey loo qaatay, in kale inuu jiro dhulkii. Kadib baa marka wacyigelin loo sameeyaan community-gi. Kadib baa marka waxay iska dooranayaan wax la yiro interim community land management committee CLMCs, wax la yiro oo 15 ugu badnaan ugu yaraana 7 laakiin la rabo rag iyo dumar, dhalinyaro, dadka minority-ga maaragtay nagu dhex jiro, kulli wax soo dhan inay qayb ka noqdaan ya aad muhiim u ah. Inta markii la sameeyo waxaa la buuxinayaa form la yiro CLA form 1, formkaas la buuxinayaa, waxaa loo geynayaa registraga Garissa oo kale hadda registraga jooga. Registraga loo geynayaa 15 community land management committee ya saxiixayn ayagay u geynayin. Committee-dano ma ahan sidii committee-da galeyda oo kale, committee-di water association oo kale maahan, waa committee community land management act ay awood siisay oo 3 sano shaqeynayin oo awood leh. Waa haddii awoodda ay arkaan ayaga, sababtoo awoodooda hadday fahmi waayaan waxa ma qaban karaan. Marka 3 sano shaqeynayin, 3 sano kadib haddana la dooranaya. Marka formka markay buuxiyaan oo registraga ay u geeyaan, registraga ayaa maaragtay wuxuu samaynayaa gazette notice, Standard Nation ama FM social media noocay ahatabo, wuxuu samaynayaa uu leeyahay Garissa community taariikh fulaan doorasho ayaan samaynaynaa, muddo 2 isbuuc ilaa 3 isbuuc gudahooda ayaa doorashada lagu samaynaya. Notice-kii uu bixinaya. Saan marka hore nii sheegnay, mashruucan waa mashruuc aad qaali u ah. Community-ga waxay u baahan yihiin qarash fara badan, dhaqaale fara badan ay u baahan tahay. Doorashada markii la sameeyo, community-ga marka waa la sharciyeeyay, waxay noqonaysaa community sharciyeysan, certificate la siinay. Marka certificate-ka ma aan title deed ma, waa community registration oo certificate la siiyay. Community-ga marka waxay noqoni registered entity wax la yiro, waa shirkad oo kale camal, waa company oo kale camal. Maxkamada wax geyn karta, maxkamada lagu geyn kara, accounta furanaysin, maamulkii oo dhan marka waxaa la wareegaya committee-daas. Laakiin committee-daas waxaa jir la yiro critical decisions ma samayn karaan, go'aan kasta iskama gaari karaan. Ayaga waa managers, day to day managers, dhulka ayaga maamulayaal way. Laakiin go'aankii iska leh, go'aanku waxa iska leh wax la yiro community assembly. Community assembly waxaa way wax alla wixii ka weyn 18 jir wixii ka weyn ilaa 100 haddaa rabto gaar yaa register loo sameynaya wax alla wixii 18 sano ka yarno register gooniya loo sameynaya marka wixii 18 sano ka yar cod ma laha laakiin wixii 18 sano ka weyn cod bay leeyihiin ayaga wax dooranay marka tusaale waxa la yiri waxaan rabnaa inaan dhisno mashruuc aad u weyn baa dawladda keentay mashruuca marka intaan la fulinin committee-da oo la yiro CLMC-ga waa inay u gudbiyaan fikirkaas iyo mashruucaas waa inay u gudbiyaan community assembly oo aan dhahnay waa wixii 18 sano ka weyn community assembly-gaas go'aaniska ma gaari karo naftood waa inay noqdaan 70% 2/3 يعني هدي هايين 6,000 رجستر أي كوجرتو أو يران بقول كيو تدواتن 6,000 مغاين غوني أنت ساقوان كيا جاري سو ماش معناه دو حاوي قوان سفودود لغوما جاري كرو سيدو كوميتي لقل يقول كلام مغاين كرو والشرعي أو حلقو سعونا كومينيتي لان أكت 2016 كاس أيا مارتي يا ماشي لون غوني مركز تابو مارتي شرعي أنت مركي لسميو يا وحلو قد بيا وحليرو community land registration marka dhulkii ala sharciyayna marka waxaan ka soo gudubnay community certificate la siiyay maxaan soo gudbaynaa waxaan u soo gudbaynaa marka dhulkii in la sharciyo dhulkii asagana marka processkii oo kala la maraya waxaa la sameeyay gazette notice awareness creation dadkii wacyigelin baa loo sameeynaya waxaa la soo baaraya dhulkii qof kala title u qaatay baaritaanka markii la sameeyo kadib yaa waxaa la sameeynaya marka wasiirka ayaa wuxuu soo qori intention of to demarcate macnaha dhulkii markan in la survey gareyn karo oo la maaragtay planning lagu sameyn karo kadib planning iyo survey la sameynaya kadib haddana gazette notice la soo qoraya kadib marka title sidaas lagu qaadanaya laakiin waa process aad u dheer oo qarash badan u baahan community hal cod ku hadlayn community kala socoto ma sameyn karaan sharcigaas marka wixii kala su'aalo ah qabtiina markii hadda oo nilagu soo wareejiyo ayaan ka jawaabayna insha Allah waa mahadsantiin
Asante sana Khalif. Mumeelewa Reer Garis. Wafahame. Aya, sasa nataka kufungua jukwaa tuweze kupata maswali kutoka upande wenu. Tutachukua maswali
once again, for us to have our registered community land be registered, I think the benefit has been said. All our conservancies, if the community land is not registered, we cannot have conservancies because conservancies are within the community land, the registered community land. The inventory or the number of conservancies that are registered or not registered within Garissa County, Ishakbini is the first conservancy that was working NRT, but the Shakbini community is not registered. But the conservancy exists, number one. Number two, Kamude community land is registered. They did the land use plan, the cadastral, the survey. So they have a conservancy. The land use plan is they will have conservancy, the grazing land, and the residence land. So number two, so it is registered. The one that is almost done is Goriale at Shantaabak. It's almost. So the first one is the Ishakbini. We will start registering Ishakbini community land so that we can have Ishakbini conservancy be registered. That is very, very important. Number two, the lapset. The lapset now from Lamu to where? Isiolo. The lapset now, people are claiming, why are the government not giving us compensations for our land when they are using for this infrastructural development? How can you be given if you don't have, the community land is not registered? You cannot be compensated. So there were few people in Lamu who had title deeds and they were compensated. I think you are aware. Starting from Garissa, Bodai, to where people are complaining, this is our land, these are our towns. Why are we not compensated? How can you compensate it if your land is not registered? If your land is not, there's no planning, land use plan, you cannot. So what we will do, we will guide our communities so that we register our community land within our region or the region. Number two, we will guide that as a department of lands, there are six sub-counties that have special plan. The DAF also we are doing survey, cadastral, and titling. The other 5 also, with this budget, we have the money and we will do the cadastral survey and titling. That is Hulugo, Masalani, Burra, the DAP, Madokashe, and Balambala. We will do the survey.
Thank you, Waziri. I'll give you another chance for a way forward once we get the questions from them.
So that is the only guidance I wanted to give. Thank you.
Thank you. Aya. Maswali kwa wananchi.
As kwa majina naitwa Aden, I wanted to maybe ask the registrar, what is the definition for a community? Because I know we are in a country where even the government sometimes finds it difficult to differentiate constituencies. Because this region is well known for conflict between constituencies, people coming from different constituencies. So what is the definition for a community? Because if you look at, you talk about ancestors, people share the same ancestors. From here to Mandera, people are sharing the same ancestors. Are you defining by ward? Are you defining by clan? That is one. A second thing, how do you ensure, for example, if you want to register community A's land, how do you ensure that community B and C, who are neighboring that community A, also are aware that these people are doing this registration so that they don't feel later on they have been discriminated? The last question is, we have seen in this area, people go and have a large piece of land and call it a private land. And previously, we know that all this land were community. So when do this community land turn to be private? Because that is what we have seen in very many cases. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Thank you so much. My name is Ismail Ali with Civil Society Garissa. I think my question, Aden has touched part of it, but a concern that we have, maybe as a county, as a community, is the issue of elite capture. You know, the powerful communities, or maybe the powerful people in our communities, mostly the rich families or politicians, normally try to demarcate a very big chunk of land in their own interest. Of late, we even had a lot of commotion in the side of Masalani, where the communities were complaining about their land being taken by a certain company or something of that sort. And it is something that is maybe going in the entire counties or affecting the entire counties. So my concern is, or maybe my question is, how can we control the elite capture, which is actually an issue in our very big chunk of lands, and maybe they either maybe use it for private land and where the community are not benefiting. Thank you so much.
Let's have the registrar answer some of the questions. Sorry, you can start off with the first question from Aden on definition of community land and how awareness can be created within the community and the neighboring communities, especially when community land registration process is embarking. And also his third question was the illegal conversion of land from communal to private ownership.
Asante sana. Let me start by saying that community vile mwenzangu amekuwa na fias ya kwamba definition yake ambayo ni wale watu wanatumia ardhi pamoja. I think is fair what the scope, the geographical scope of a community. Sema mipaka yake na ukubwa wake. Registered a community inaweza kuwa inakuwa defined na, as I said, for a number of people. Inaweza kuwa ni a location, ama a ward, ama lakini constituency ni kubwa sana. There is kuna hiyo challenge ya constituency. kwa sababu kama Mandera kulikuwa na ile inaitwa Murule, walikuwa wameregister constituency yote, ikakuwa na challenges. Kwa hivyo community ni a sizable number of people wale wanatumia hiyo ardhi pamoja, au wanaweza kuapply for registration of that community kama ward ama location. Sana sana we encourage a ward ama location. Boundaries zinakuwa undefined na wao kuna wakati wana apply for registration they present a sketch map showing where their interest zinafika. Unakuwa wakati na register wanakuwa na hiyo wanatuletea hiyo sketch ndio indefine ya kwamba sisi tunafika hapa as a community. Mipaka yao ya hiyo community na wale wengine. That's why tunaweka kwa Kenya Gazette, tuna publicize of our intention to elect and register that community. Tunaweka kwa Kenya Gazette, kwa magazeti. Hakuna kitu tunaenda kufanya kuangiza. Tunaelezea wengine ndio tunatangaza kwa maredio, tunatangaza kwa magazeti ya kwamba tunakuja ku-elect na ku-register your community. Kwa hivyo kila mtu anajua about the private land, the community land being turned into private use. Hiyo kwa sheria kuna wale wakati when we register community hiyo private land, hiyo community CLMCs ama hiyo community itakubaliana kama hiyo land watapea huyo, watatransfer kwake ama watachukua. Kwa hivyo the essence ya kuregister community na kuwa na CLMCs ni tuzuie land ya community isiende bila mipango. It is to bring order to the community land and use. Asante.
I would like to welcome the CEC to answer the second question on elite capture of communal land.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is true what he said, and he did not cover all the question pertaining to that area, because there was no sanity in Garissa County in terms of land. All of us were aware. People are busy fencing a big chunk of land, 100 acres, 300, 400 acres, unregistered community land, unregistered land, had no BDB, had no any plan. So you are wasting just fencing, and it will not help you. You are not given legally that land. And land in Kenya, according to our constitution, is divided into three. There is a public land, there is a private land, and there is community land. So those companies or those people that have authorities and other community members that are fencing, that are taking a big chunk of land, that will not help you. That's a community land until otherwise it is registered. Or it will be a public land after we do a special plan, survey, cadastral, and everything. And we will give. You should be given the land. You should be allocated officially by the Department of Land. But you're not. You cannot take. So for those who are fencing, do not fence. We will do land use plan, and people will be allocated the land. That is very key, I think. Number two, the landmass of Garissa County is 44,000 square kilometers. So we are very rich in terms of land. We have a lot of resources. We have a lot of livestock. So this is a county, some of the biggest counties. So we cannot have our land managed the way it is today. And people are even blocking the waterways, the drainage systems. People are closing roads, backing areas. So there will be sanity in Garissa County to ensure that we address that issue. And then when I was taking over the CC in charge of lands, The Department of Lands and all registration and records were manually. It is done manually. And all counties, it has already been automated. So we automate also. It is in the budget. CEO, CEO Council of Governors, just want to tell you that the only the partner we had was the FAO, Digital Land Governance, if I'm not wrong. We were implementing together digital land governance. The funds they had, the programs they had, the mandate they have, and what they have done is not equivalent because it's not commensurate. Thank you. Sorry. So FAO, they were to digitalize, they were to automate all the processes. Why do we have manual up to now? And then county special plan. The county special plan. Some of the counties they did it. They were to support us. The county special plan. CEO. They were to support us. County special plan. We started. They did not complete it.
Thank you, Waziri.
Thank you.
I would like to take more questions from the public.
Yes, before let me conclude. So county, let me conclude, Mary. County special.
Please continue, Waziri.
County special plan. They were to help us. County special plan to complement our budget, but up to now we don't have county special plan. GIS and GIS. Our GIS also we did it. They help us. Also, Mastercop they help us, but still data collection and data feeding. County. I was talking about county special plan, which is very key. FAO was to support us to complement our budget, and also the Mastercop. It is halfway. GIS also one of the key items or tools that you have to use. GIS also, we have the GIS, we have established, Mastercop help us. We did a policy, did not approve in the executive and the assembly. They were to help us to complete that one also, because one tool that will help us after the CIDB is the county special plan. So, CEO, we have to sit, we have to discuss about our special plan, FAO, and other partners. Thank you so much.
Yes. Please state your name and the organization you're coming from.
The name is Mohamed Khalif Lunde. I come from the civil society organization. With all due respect, everything you're talking about is open. This is the only country in the world that sets land aside for refugees. Just because we signed the Geneva Convention, how do you keep land on refugees for 32 good years? Fortunately, madam, I come from that place. The road that the CEO you can see sitting here was my student. I taught him in school, actually class 6. He's the witness. And he comes from that place. That is the Khalif Lunde Road, and I'm called Mohammed Khalif Lunde Road. In 1959, it's my father who established that place. Land is not a banana you go and buy from market. Land has history. You know, it's not a banana you just go and buy from market. There were people who were settled there. This is the only country that sets land aside for refugees, because they can't take them to Central, they can't take them to Western, they can't take them to lowland. They decided to come and dump here and sit on our land. That was our ancestral land, where we used to pray, where our camel used to graze, and everything that used to do. And now refugees are occupying simply because Kenya is a signatory to the Geneva Convention. The earlier you get rid of these people, the better, because that is our ancestral land. You're talking of community land here. Like I told you, you can't do it anywhere else. It's us and Turkana. And it's because of our illiteracy and lack of representation that you just come and dump people in a place and they stay there for 30 years as if this is their home. Because, I mean, this is crazy.
Your question
no, my question here is, how do we get rid of that place? And how do they end up finding into that place without public participation, without involving us, Mary? You guys are very protective when you start talking about the government. But fortunately for me, I come from the civil society and I'll shoot straight. So stop telling us about land and community land and protecting us and doing everything. This is the government that can do anything, and they do it with us. So the question is, how did these people end up staying there? I mean, even Britain and America cannot do that. A refugee is supposed to live next to you, and then he's supposed to be carrying an alien cat, and he moves around in town. You go dump people there, they stay, you took our land, very precious land, and you're occupying there for over 30 years. Thank you.
Maybe we can take 3 final questions from the public.
Can I?
Yes. Anyone else from the public? Maswali? Kuna swali hapa?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Hypothetically speaking, for example, kama my great grandfather na my father pamoja na mimi tumekuwa tuki-own land tangu 1970 mpaka wa leo, na katika hiyo boma kuna natural resource mineral, for example petroleum ama hata diamond, naweza ku harvest bila issue.
Thank you so much for that question. Any more questions from the public? This side. Oh, sawa.
Well, my name is Abshukri Jale Ibrahim from Garissa Civil Society Network. I just wanted to ask this. Garissa, we all know, is predominantly a community land, and yet much of it remains unregistered, nearly a decade after the Community Land Act came into force. What specific commitments, timelines, and milestones can both registers and the county government give to the community of Garissa? And how will the public monitor the progress? Because we have the registrar, we have the Department of Land, and yet again, we know what's happening in our context. People are fighting, people are killing each other, but you guys keep engaging, the public that they should know the progress and the milestones so far, so that they can comply and come on board to register. Thank you.
Thank you for that. For now, we'll start answering the few questions that have been asked, because we have also run out of time. So let me start with Bwana Emma, our manager. Maybe you can touch on the issue on refugees raised by Mr. Lunde.
Thank you very much. I wanted, Mr. Khalif, thank you very much for raising up this thing. I want you to know that out of 357,000, out of 357 square kilometers, the refugees have only got 50. And these 50, they were given by the community in 1991 when there was an exodus from Somalia. The refugees came with their blessings. They also came with their problems. And according to me, their blessings were much more than their problems. We are, as human beings, we are entitled. We are duty bound to assist the other Africans who are suffering, not only at the wishes of the UNHCR or at the UN General Assembly. So the 4 camps are designated areas which have been ceded to UNHCR. They have kept refugees there properly for the last 35 years, and still those camps belong to the community because the refugees will leave one time. We should be thinking about those people who are, the rich people who are coming to take our land, the local people who are just coming to fence off huge chunks of land. The camps are ours. One day, refugees will go. Even now, the local communities are living in the camps. And you have heard about the Shirika plan. Every refugee will stand on his feet. We are going to give them what we call a documentation, which can allow them to move around, which can allow them to work, which can allow them to integrate into the society. There is no problem on that side. Refugees have lived with us for 35 years, and we have now accepted them fully. I think you should not be stressed because the international community has stopped what we call humanitarian funding. They are now going to what we call from encampment to settlement. And in IFO2, we are living together, the refugees and the host community. Every particular resource is being shared. So it is our duty to accept our brothers, They will come here looking for a job when we give them the papers. You should give them the priority, especially the women and the children. Some of the refugees are learned. They have gone to, one of them is in Oxford now. Others have gone Australia. They're learning. Some of them have come back to help the community. We're getting money from the diaspora, which is coming to the local economy, which is actually a big amount. So this question of regards, saying refugees must go, any small thing happen, refugees must go. This should stop. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As we come to an end to our session, I want to thank you everyone for joining us, for giving us this opportunity to have this baraza, tuweze kuendelea kusemezana, na hii si mwisho. Kama Department ya Lands tuko na tent, tuko na information desk, na kwa hii fursa taki kuzuia mtu yoyote, kama uko na swali, tafadhali tunapenda kuwa invite ya kwamba mtuunge pale kando ya tent ya boma yangu. Utapata hapa officers na wenzetu hapa, tutakuwa pale kujibu maswali yoyote ile yenye mwananchi yoyote ako nayo. Asanteni, na ningependa kupatia CC fursa aweze kutufungia na maneno ya mwisho. Asante.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, CEO. Just before I close, in a very few words, our senior citizen and senior elder, Mr. Mohammed Khalif Nunde, have talked about the refugee, but just want to correct. Number one, Kenya. Kenya is among the Geneva Constitution, and under our constitution, we should follow all the constitutions that we are allied with. So the refugee, they are not there, and they did not come mistakenly. It is by the rule. It is by procedures and programs. So we give the designated areas. They are roughly, we hosted them roughly 3 decades, that's 5 years. Number 3 is that most of them are from Somali nationals. 95%, they are refugees. Some of them are asylum seekers, women and children. We are hosting roughly 400,000 refugees. So it is not by mistake, and we are not telling them. We are, Turkana and Garissa are hosting the largest refugees. So, and now we are converting the camps to settlements. That's why we have special purpose municipalities, Turkana and Garissa, to ensure that the refugees and hosts are integrated and well together, because all the NGOs, units and UN are moving out. So we have to take over and ensure that we will give services that they require through. Okay, so for those few remarks, I want to thank everybody. And with those discussions and the remarks that we made, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and everybody. And we officially close our session today. Thank you so much.
Before you go, panelists, we can have one photo for...
One group photo for the panelists. Kindly step forward. Wapi makofi ya panelists wetu siku ya leo. Asante sana for that very elaborate conversation that you have had. And we hope that the resolutions from this session will be implemented to the latter for the benefit of the people of Garissa and all Kenyans. Asanteni sana. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move straight forward to the next session that we are going to hold here right away. Mary, can I have the program, please? And for this session, okay, the panelists kindly join me together with the CEO, joined by the Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff, kindly join. The next session is on inclusive and equitable development, advancing opportunities for women, youth, people with disabilities, children, and older persons and refugees. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let's remain standing. The gentleman who was helping me with the stage. so that we are ready for the next session, kindly. Can I have more hands on the stage because we have more panelists for this session? More hands on the stage, kindly, so that we have those chairs here very fast. We can remove the stools in between the chairs so that we have more space. But I just want to recognize the people that are here with us today. And allow me to recognize two very powerful women in this country. Allow me to recognize Madam Mary Mwiti, who is the CEO, Council of Governors, Madam Mary Mwiti EBS. Huyo tunamuita mwanamke bomba kwa sababu anachapa kazi kisawasawa coordinating the 47 county governments in this nation. And allow me to also recognize Honorable Sophia Abdinur, who is the chairperson NCCS and founder Womankind. Wapi makofi ya mheshimiwa? Huyu ni mwanamke bomba na najua wengi wenu mnamjua. She is the first woman MP in Northeastern region. That is not a ceiling you just break. You have to be a powerful woman, an intentional woman who is able to fight for her space. Whenever she needs something, she goes for it. And that's why we celebrate her today, because she has opened doors and windows and ceilings for many other women who have been able to take up leadership in this country. And I'm glad that she'll be talking to us today. I'm glad that we will be able to have a conversation with her. And I hope by the end of her session, she'll be able to inspire more women to join leadership. Remember, even at the Council of Governors, we have what we call the G7. And the G7 is all about empowering women to make sure that women take up more leadership roles in this country. The G7, Mheshimiwa, was founded by the 7 women governors that we had during this term. Right now there are 6, but the name remains. It's G7, and they are women of power just like yourself, and they are inspiring more women and girls to take up more leadership roles. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now for the next session, allow me to welcome a woman of power who is also inspiring more women and girls to take leadership roles. She is passionate about women leadership. She is passionate about reproductive health. She is passionate about everything that involves a woman, and she is passionate about leadership and governance in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and put your hands together for Miss Mary Mwiti, CEO, Council of Governors, to give us her remarks.
Asante sana MC. And now that I appreciate the panel that has just concluded. Panelists, mmefanya kazi ya maana sana, mmeelimisha wananchi, mmewafahamisha, and I believe moving forward tuko tayari kuhakikisha kila ardhi ambayo iko hapa Garissa County imesajiliwa kwa manufaa ya wananchi ambao na wakazi wa Garissa County. Naomba tu waziri ambaye ako hapa tutaweza kujadiliana masuala ambayo umetupatia kama Council of Governors kuhusu digital land governance. Tuko na progress report on what needs to be done and what county government was to do for purposes of ensuring that tusaidie Garissa County ili kusajili ardhi ambayo ni ya serikali na wapata manufaa ambayo yanafaa. It is so disheartening kusikia kwamba wakati LAFSET ilipitia hapa Garissa County iko faidika. Ni kwa sababu jukumu letu hatukulitekeleza, na naomba saa hizi tunapoendelea tusiangalie nyuma, sasa tuangalie mnamo wa kuendelesha mbele ili tuweze kufanya hivi. Panel ambayo inakuja hapa ni panel ambaye iko na umuhimu sana kwa majamii mengi, na haswa mimi kama mwenyekiti wa magavana, youth, older persons, children, disabilities, refugee engagement. Naomba kwanza nimshukuru mwenyekiti wa Children Services, Honorable Sophia, for your dedication and commitment. Wakati nilisikia ulianza safari yako jioni, ni kwa sababu ndege zilikansliwa. I kept on asking Irene, what level of commitment is this? And we truly appreciate as a Council of Governors. Ndio maana mnaambiwa saa zingine wakati wanawake wana lead, they lead with passion, with their spirit and with their heads. That's why Madam Sophia aliona ya kwamba hata kama ndege zimekansliwa, yeye lazima safiri usiku, tena usiku, ndio akuwe hapa. The CEO, Children's Services, we do not take for granted that you too took the lead, na the queue, to ensure that you come with by road so that you are part of this session. Hii session ina umuhimu gani? Allow that I welcome all of you kwa hii mjadala ambao utatufikisha mahali ambapo tunauliza maswali nyeti na maswali ya jukumu la kuuliza gatuzi la Garissa County wameweza kuwajibika ili kutimiza masuala ya ugatuzi na kuhakikisha the vision that the country had in as far as services closer to the people are concerned. Lazima tujiulize kuhusu wamama, vijana, the persons with disability, older persons, wamejumuika na sauti yao imesikika wakati ambapo tunatengeneza bajeti, wakati ambapo tunauliza ni development gani inafaa kuwasilishwa kwa county government ya Garissa. Masuala yao yameweza kutimizwa na tumeweza kujiona kwa hiyo bajeti ambayo inatekelezwa ili kwamba tuweze kuhakikisha inclusivity is actually guaranteed. There can never be development without the agenda of the youth. The youth in this country amounts to 75%. So for that reason, there can never be development without the voice of the youth. There can never be development without the voice of the women. There can never be development above all other things without the voice of our child. Children are extremely very, very critical. Na najua mwenyekiti atakuwa anatuambia hii maneno kwa undani zaidi. La muhimu again ni kuuliza in decision making. Wakati the county government ina make decisions, is there an opportunity ya kwenda back to the community kuambia ile masuala mlituambia tutekeleza tumetekeleza? Ndio maana sasa kwa sababu tukiendelea mbele, there has to be accountability by the people for the people, and we must put our governments to check in as far as development is concerned and in as far as decision making is concerned. This forum, therefore, will deliberate efforts to ensure that experiences, challenges, aspirations, and special interest groups are not only heard, but also inform county planning, budgeting, and the like. That is why we are here. We want to hear you. Tunataka kuwasikiza, tunataka kuwatambua, na tungependa mtuambie ni challenges gani ama ni changamoto gani mnazopitia wakati tunafanya na tuna engage na serikali yetu. Serikali za gatuzi ni za wananchi. Serikali za ugatuzi pesa zao ni za wananchi, na tungependa kuhakikisha ya kwamba voices are heard. This forum it's not for castigating, ni a honest conversation. Let's converse, let's engage na tuzungumziane ili kuendelea mbele tuweze kuhakikisha our things are set. So allow me reaffirm the Council of Governors' commitment in ensuring that every woman, every young person, every older person, every child, every person with disability, every refugee, like you had, and every marginalized citizen has an equal opportunity to participate in the development and the betterment of devolution. I know engaged. I allow that we invite the moderator of this session, none other than the person that has championed devolution with all heart, a champion that we call champion number 1. No, I believe I'm champion number 1, Kevin. Champion number 2, because Kevin lives, walks, and dreams devolution. Under your watch, Kevin, we have seen accountability. You have seen you watch over us, and you have seen you put us to watch so that we live for the tenets and the principles for which devolution was concerned. Allow me welcome Kevin with a hearty clap. Tupigie Kevin makofi tafadhali anapokuja kuasha in the eminent list of panelists that are here with us. Over to you, Kevin.
Shukran. Makofi mazuri tafadhalini kwa Madam CEO until she sits down. Let's keep it up for her until she goes to her seat, sababu tumeelezewa ya kuwa yeye pia ni mwanamke. Tumeambiwa yeye ni mwanamke. Asi basi ugote jirani yako mwambie wewe pia ni jirani bomba. Ugote jirani wako umwelezee pia nawe pia ni jirani bomba. So thank you so much Madam CEO. My fellow shujaa katika masuala ya ugatuzi, na ili tuweze tukaendeleza warsha wetu wakati wa sasa, I want to begin by inviting Mheshimiwa Sophia Abdinur, who is going to, in addition to the ground setting done by the CEO of the Council of Governors, also just give us a 3 minutes conversation on the state of affairs for women, persons with disabilities, youth, refugees na watoto pia. Tumpigie makofi mazuri tafadhalini. Let's keep it up for her as she's coming. Yeah, let's keep it up for her until she comes, please. Wajua kila mara naambia watu usipopigia mwenzako makofi nawe pia siku yako utafanyiwa nini? Asante. Welcome Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Moderator. And okay. And the CEO, Council of Governors, the Waziri for Lands, Garissa, distinguished guests, Salam Alaikum. And my presentation will be very, very biased towards women, and that's what really, but I'll touch on the rest. It is with great honor to join you today during the devolution, the 4th Devolution Sensitization Week. As we celebrate the gains of devolution, we must renew our commitments to ensure that every Kenyan, especially women, youth, elders, marginalized community, benefit equally from the development that is entailed. As the first woman elected to the parliament from constituency, not on the affirmative action seat, my journey has been one of resilience, determination, and faith. My inspiration comes from the witnessing daily struggles of women, girls, persons with disability, and the youth who had no voices in decision-making that affect their lives. I saw firsthand how lack of female representation in governance led to policies that ignored crucial issues like maternal health, girl child education, and economical empowerment of both women, youth, and persons with disability. I became the guinea pig of Northern Kenya to join main-dominated area as I stepped in the leadership to ensure that our unique challenges were addressed in the highest legislative level and to prove to the young girls Northern Kenya that their voice matter a lot. I faced cultural barriers, yet I remain focused because leadership is defined by service, integrity, and competence, not by gender. My story is a proof that when women are given the opportunity to lead, they succeed. I urge every young girl to believe in herself and never allow society to limit her dreams.
While we celebrate the progress, we must confront harmful practices that continue to hold girls back, like female genital mutilation, early marriages, forced marriages, early divorce. This practice rob off the girls their right, their education, and their future. There is a wise saying that says, a woman without a daughter is like a river without a source. When we weaken and deny the girls their future, we weaken our families, our communities, and our nation. Protecting girls is not women's issues alone. It is the national responsibility that demands commitments of the government, parents and religious leaders, elders, and the entire community. Education remains the greatest equalization. Each child deserves equal quality education regardless of their background. We must keep girls in school, ensure they complete their education, and equip them with skills to compete in today's world. Parents must educate their girls with the same commitment they give to their boys. There is a saying, educating a girl is educating a whole society, while educating a boy is educating an individual. That is not me saying, eh? Women are powerful drivers of economic growth. Let's take, for example, Garissa. How many of us, our mothers struggled to bring us up, including myself? How many? Most of the mothers in Garissa during my time when I was growing up, the mothers were the ones who were struggling. The mothers were the ones who were, doing all sorts of hustling so that they could educate us, give us better life than what they have gone through. Women, particularly from northern Kenya, are people who are talented in businesses. County government must, I'm underlining the word must, continue expanding access to affordable financing, skill development, vocational training, market, public procurement trainings, marketing, and opportunities to women. I know, and if we take research on this, most of the counties, particularly the counties run by men, will fail the test. I want to congratulate the G7 women. They have done marvelous. And we need they're our role model, and we need the county governments all over to copy what the 7 women, now 6 women, have done in empowering the whole family. They are not discriminating. And I'm not speaking because I'm a woman. I've seen what they have done. When women are economically empowered, families prosper, community thrives, and counties grow. I want to take this opportunity to commend and to congratulate His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto for giving priorities to women, empowering them financially, and supporting women-owned businesses. I equally want to applaud Her Excellency the First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, whose program continues to strengthen families, promote education, and improve livelihoods. Their commitments affirms simple truth. Investing in women is investing in Kenya's future. If you go to those programs where those investments that I'm talking about, you will see billionaires, women billionaires. But what happens to some of our counties? We have question mark to ask ourselves. As we speak for women leadership, we must also change our mindsets. Women should not fear seeking higher offices. I encourage more women to vie for positions as governors, senators, members of parliament, members of county assembly. We need more women where decisions are made, where cake is divided, where resources are shared. If you are not on the table, nobody is going to talk for you. So you have a chance now, the youth, women, and persons with disability, to make your voice heard. Gender equality is not the responsibility of women alone. We must become active partners in encouraging, mentoring, and supporting women leaders. Together, we can build a stronger family, stronger institutions, and a stronger nation. I'm asking a question. Is that possible? The true promise of devolution is inclusion. No one should be left behind because of our gender, age, disability, or where that person comes from. Really, do we do that? We need to ask ourselves. Are the counties working? We need to ask ourselves. Are there issues that we need to address in the counties? We need to ask ourselves. Are there gaps? Are there strengths? What do we have? We want to congratulate them. Some of the counties are doing excellent work, and we want to congratulate them. Congratulations to those who are doing very well. My vision for Garissa County and Northern Kenya is clear. A region where every child goes to school, every woman is economically empowered and has an opportunity, every young person has a hope, every community enjoys peace, prosperity, and development and service to them. To our leaders, continue investing in education, healthcare, water, infrastructure, youth development. To our parents and communities, leaders, protect our girls. Protect our girls. We are seeing scenarios where our girls are suffering. We are seeing where girls are burned down. We are seeing girls where, you know, all sorts of their rights have been violated. So, parents, leaders, religious leaders, please protect our girls. Educate our children equally. Reject harmful cultural practices. To our young women, believe in yourself. Hard work, and never stop dreaming. Kenya needs your leadership, your ideas, and your courage. Together, let us build a nation where leadership is based on competence, integrity, and service delivery, not gender. Not gender. God bless you all. God bless our county, Garissa. God bless our republic, Kenya. Thank you very much.
Makofi mazuri kwa mheshimiwa tafadhalini. She has done us justice by setting the pace for the women in this particular country called Kenya, and we are very proud of you, mheshimiwa. And we also appreciate the President for the opportunity to serve as a chairperson of the National Council for Children's Services. And I'm very glad because, ladies and gentlemen, in this panel, which we are going to call the People's Corner, hema ya wananchi. Mwambie mwenzako hapo, karibu sana kwenye hema ya wananchi. Why are you just looking at me? Siongeleshe mwenzako hapo. And for us to have this wonderful conversation, I wish to invite to the podium the regional officer for the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, Dade Godana Boru. Bwana Boru wako wapi? Tupigie makofi mazuri anapokuja. And followed immediately, we have also Bwana Mohammed Abdi Nur, who is the CEO of the National Council for Children's Services. Tumpigie makofi mazuri pia anapokuja tafadhalini. We also have with us distinguished colleagues from Garissa here, including Madam Ebla Dakane. Ebla ako wapi? Ebla Dakane, tumpigie makofi anapokuja ndio yule pale, from Garissa Farmers Network. We also have Asharun Mohammed, dada yetu Asharun Mohammed, kijana bomba, tumpigie makofi tafadhalini anapokuja, from Garissa Nehab. We also have with us the chairman of Garissa Juakali Association, Bwana Barkadle Osman Mohammed. Karibu tafadhali, tumpigie makofi mazuri. Pia anapoingia huku, you can choose even one of the seats the other side. We also have, I think that should be it for now. Karibuni sana. So kati ya viti ama nyuma ya viti tuko na kipaza sauti. And I want to start with you, Madam Asharun. So what we'll be doing here is Asante sana for the oversight of processes, Madam CEO. We also invite the Chief Officer from Garissa County Government. Wana tumpigie makofi mazuri. Oh, this good friend of mine speaks very well. Asante sana. And of course, we have Bule, Abdi Bule, also coming from Powerland Project Africa. So thank you so much. And let me start with you, Madam Ebla. Listening to the ground that has been set by the CEO of the Council of Governors, and also listening to Mheshimiwa Sophia Abdi, what are some of the opportunities, particularly for young people, women, persons with disability, in what we call the agricultural sector for Garissa County? How are these groups involved in what you see happening around in the communities? Pitishe Ashanur.
Thank you, moderator. My name is Ebla Hassan, representing Garissa Farmers Network. And I just want to go straight to the question. I think there are a lot of opportunities in the agriculture sector when it comes to women and young people and people living with disabilities. The opportunities are just like in other parts of the country. There are young people who are transitioning the agriculture sector into a more modern way of doing farming than the traditionally used method before. And I think where they can come in as young people is issues around innovation, because technology without agriculture without technology is literally nothing. So those are the key areas, I think, and the opportunities around the young people and women and other genders. The area we are more focused as Garissa Farmers Network, area of mechanization. For example, we have young people who are offering mechanization systems, because mechanization literally helps agriculture streamlining at production level, and from production to now producing up to the consumer. There are value chains that we work as Garissa Farmers Network, and these value chains, each node of the value chain, there are opportunities for young people to tap in. And from production, we have got input supplies, young people who have ventured into agro, what is it called? Where we normally buy seeds, where we normally buy fertilizers, where we normally buy agro inputs, literally. We have got also the logistics aspect of these. We have seen also young people taking up opportunities within the value addition. We have seen young people doing tomato value addition. They are processing other value chains that as Garissa Farmers Network we are doing. Most importantly, our farms at the production level depends on diesel powered generators. Now we are switching to a solarization aspect, and we still need young people to be operating those mechanization aspect of that. I know of a young person who have taken initiative to start his own private enterprise by offering mechanization. She has a tractor, and she has an application that she dwells on. Like if I'm a farmer in Garissa, for example, I just go to that application, I request a tractor on this particular date, and then it will be designated to me on that particular date. So without me having to call that, so there's that kind of development of application to assist the farmers in production level. I talked about the value addition. We have come, we know there's a coming up of an industrial park by the government of Garissa. We need young people to come with innovation. How do we value add the products we are using. And most likely, the world is shifting to technology and AI. How does these new innovations and technology will assist us, the farmers at production level, to increase our production at our farm levels? How do we value at what we produce as county level? And how do we also create employment for that kind of sector? Thank you.
Asante sana, Madam Ebla, and I wish to encourage our panelists, because most of us are locals, other than maybe one or two of us here. You're encouraged to also engage in your local language. I believe that is going to be very instrumental, especially in disseminating the beautiful information and conversation that we are having. And Bwana Godana, I'm just wondering, because when we talk about these special interest groups, the main focus area of our plenum right now, what are some of the actions that the National Council for Persons with Disabilities are doing to be able to advance the rights of persons with disabilities?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. The National Council for Persons with Disability is a state corporation that is entrusted with the responsibilities or matters persons with disabilities in Kenya. And through its establishments, one of the key things that the National Council has done is we had an act that established National Council many years ago, before this, our new constitutions 2010 was put in place. So the National Council is spearheaded and facilitated the amendment of that particular act to be moved to the right-based kind of approach, so that whatever we are doing is a right that persons with disabilities must be granted. And therefore, a change or an amendment that was made to that piece of legislation was a major shift that happened, and National Council facilitated that particular processes. So right now, as we are speaking, we are talking about a right-based approach in actually satisfying the needs of the persons with disabilities in Kenya. So that is the first major achievement and things that we are doing. But most importantly also, remember we have been focusing for decades on matters youth and women. But remember, we have persons with disabilities who are also youth and persons with disabilities who are also women, and they suffer this double tragedy of being the soul. So many a times in the process of economic empowerment, we tend to forget persons with disabilities. So National Council is implementing a program that is specifically designed for persons with disabilities or matters economic empowerment, which includes one, local purchase order, the LPO financing program for persons with disabilities. We have the provisions of tools of trade for persons with disabilities. We have grants for the groups of persons with disabilities. And most importantly, we have a specific design program that is tailored to train those persons with disabilities who are in businesses. So we know there are those persons with disabilities who have specific skills, but they don't have the tools that will make them to earn from their special skills. So National Council facilitated this. And another thing that we have made a major shift in this is, apart from the tools, we are giving every person with disability who has been given these tools what we call a startup capital. So it is not just about giving them the tools. It is about giving them the tools, the special tools that they require, and giving them a startup capital to kickstart these businesses that they want to do. So generally, we have a well-aligned program. Allow me to mention the last one. Many a times, persons with disabilities have a very unfortunate circumstances through their educational journey. And National Council intentionally designed a scholarship program that targets persons with disabilities or learners with disabilities at all levels of learning. And I want to give you a classical example of our Faulu program that targets persons with disabilities from the most vulnerable background. Remember, we have persons with disabilities who are from a well-to-do families. We are not targeting that. We are targeting persons with disabilities from the most vulnerable backgrounds. So our Faulu scholarship, we are targeting persons with disabilities specifically. But remember, we also have parents with disabilities who have bright children, but yet they are from a vulnerable background. So we are targeting them under our Wezesha scholarship, specifically to target this special group to ensure that they become of importance to this particular family who has persons with disabilities as their members. So it is be a very long, I will be taking the entire day explaining that, but basically from the basics, those are the approaches that we are doing as an institution to ensure that persons with disabilities are empowered. Thank you.
Asante sana, na wananchi tafadhali tunaomba tuwe makini, na ni sababu tukishamaliza katika level an enhancement of the environment that our children grow through. But yet we still continue to see a lot of challenges that relate to children, from violence, talk about neglect. We have concerns around exploitation and abuse. But when you come to northern Kenya, maybe some of these challenges are much more pronounced. As you engage with northern frontier counties, as you engage with communities around here, what do you see happening? And what are some of the opportunities for both the communities and also the counties to engage with the National Council for Children's Services?
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. And I wish to greet everyone in their different capacities and the different distinguished roles they play. Assalamu alaikum. I represent the National Council for Children's Services, and I will also introduce myself. My name is Abdul Mohammed. I'm the Chief Executive Officer. The National Council for Children's Services is the regulatory institution, and as far as children matters are concerned in the country. As you have said, there is enough legislative as well as policy framework for the protection of the rights and welfare of the children. However, we still find compounding challenges facing our children day after day. In as far as Northeastern Province is concerned, already the Chair National Council for Children's Services has mentioned but a few of the harmful cultural practices, including FGM, early child marriage. But beside that, as far as records are concerned, specifically on the basis of our national children databases, specifically the Child Protection Information Management Systems, one common problem that children face and one high case registered for children is the issue of neglect. It's not only for Northeastern Province. However, it's a common thing that is the highest in all counties as we register cases. But agreed that Northeastern has also its own specific problems. A good one even includes education. Whereas the enrollments in some parts of the country surpasses even the 100%, we still grapple with very low percentage of education. There is need for us to make sure, therefore, that our children are really given the right of education, and enrollments as well as retention plus completion is given the due regards it deserves. At the same time also, there was a mention of the refugee here, the presence of large refugee communities. Of course, there are the refugee children also who have a big suffering and who need also to be considered alongside other children, since child rights is a universal thing that all children deserve and all children should have. At the same time, like in another place of the country, imagine issues on children, including child gangsterism and waywardness, including issues of child electronic or cyber bullying or online child sexual abuse and exploitation, and other issues are also very common in our area. One rife problem which is right now in the hand is the issue of children who go and are cheated actually through a network of child trafficking, so with the promise of job being given to them in outside countries, but in the end they end up in the hands of cartels who actually extort the families to make sure that they milk money out of the parents, and sometimes we have lost many children through that problems. But still, I wish to repeat, as you have said, there is ample legislative and policy framework in our country to make sure that we protect our children. However, they say it takes a whole village to raise a child. It therefore needs our cooperation and our collective responsibility to make sure that we take care of our children. In terms of even county governments and the collaboration we require, we have the Children Act 2022, which is now still in the process of implementation and even rollout. We have the Children Policy 2025, which was just passed very recently. We have also other legislations. We have a broad framework, not only of legislative policy, but guidelines, standards, which are all for the best interest of our children. It includes the parenting, positive parenting program, which we also need to make sure that we come together and join hands to make sure we implement. However, we cannot make it without strong foundational structures for the implementation of this. A good example of the structures we would wish to add that our county governments also to embrace and make sure that they activate is the Children Advisory Committees, which is a statutory provision within the Children Act 2022. Having said that, I've heard you repeatedly said you would appreciate if people talk in the local dialect also. Yes. And just to take a short time in the local dialect, waxaan kusoo gabagabeynayaa anigoo maadada ka hadlayo waad maqlaysa waa maadada carruurta ku saabsan. Run ahaantii ilmaha maalinba maalinka ka dambaysa dhibaatooyinka iyo waxyaalaha naga soo food saaraya way fara badanayaan. Haddii dib loo sii fiiriyana hadday markii meesha laga hadlayo oo dalka iyo dhulka iyo sida lagu xukumayo laga hadlayo waxaa laga shanqariyo qofka markaa 18 sano uu ka yaryahay inaanan laga qayb gelinaynin aaraada. Mar hadday saa tahay waxay ka turjumaysaa inuu annaga waajibkana saaran yahay maadaama waxaan ilmo ay yihiin. Annaga waa ilmanimaan soo marnay, ilmaan leenahay. hataa wixii dhalinyaro hadda meesha jooga laftooda ayaga laftooda mustaqbalka inay ilmo dhalaan oo ilmo yeeshaan baa la rabaa. Mar hadday saa tahay sida wanaagsaneed oo sharafta leedahay noola soo koriyo inaan gacmaha iskugu qabsano annagana ilmaheena aan ugu adeegno ugu soo korino dhibaatooyinka faraha badan oo maanta ilmaheena soo food saareen annaga lafteena dib intaan iskugu noqon aan iska weydiino bal intay haanta ka qorantay intay ka soo bilaabatay. waa shay aad muhiim u ah. dowladda keliya xil kama saarna ilmaha, waalidka keliyana xil kama saarna, laakiin bulshadaas oo dhan oo rag iyo bilcaan iyo dhalinyaro iyo dowlad iyo wixii aan dowlad ahayn ay ku jiraan ayuu xil ka saaran yahay. marka gabagabada hadalkayga amuuraha ilmaha waa inaan usoo joodnaa gacmaha isku qabsanaa waxna ka qabanaa. mahadsanidin.
Asante sana bwana CEO, tumpigie makofi mazuri tafadhalini. And Asharun, as you listen to these conversations, there is one thing that is seemingly coming up. Either there is innovation or there is digitization, there is a system, and how we can be able to mainstream all our engagements and programs from a systemic perspective in terms of establishing an infrastructure. So you work with Garissa NIAB, and I'm just wondering, what are some of the opportunities that you see insofar as the youth are concerned, women, and what Mheshimiwa has talked to us about here? We heard from Ebla about farming and digitization systems, among several others. And in fact, Bwana CEO has just been talking about digitization of children's services. What are some of the opportunities to strengthen this kind of collaborative efforts, Asharun?
Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. My name is Asharun Mohammed. I am serving NIHAB, which is Northern Innovation and Empowerment Hub, as the Youth Advocate, Gender and Mentorship Lead. NIHAB was established mainly because to bridge the gap in digital economy, because women, youth, and people with disabilities have been left behind in the digital space, especially here in the northern area, especially here in Garissa. So NIHAB was, it's a female-led non-governmental organization that was established because of that. So proceeding to the question, over the years we have mentored and equipped so many youth and girls. They can reach roughly around 2,000. Some are from Garissa, some are from Dadaab, some are from Wajir, Mandera, name it. So over the years we have equipped all those youth, and I can say it has enabled us as youth to come up with so many solutions, because Garissa has so many problems. There is agricultural gap, as our lady here has said. We have in the health sector technology. It's fascinating because in every month. There are so many girls who went through those programs, and some of them are even in the crowd. And like DigiCan, which is sponsored by UN Women and UNDP together with and they enable the youth also to learn
in the crowd.
yeah.
Okay. Please get ready because you'll be telling us your story in a short while. We want to know whether you are getting the 20,000 per month. Kama unaweza nitumia ka M-Pesa kidogo, itakuwa ni kitu cha maana. Ama namna gani wananchi? Bwana Jua Kali, Bwana Barkade. You know, the government of Kenya has a lot of investment in TVETs, the technical vocational training institutions and centers. And you are the chairman of Garissa Jua Kali Association. What are some of the opportunities for the groups that we are covering in this panel, and especially when it comes to partnerships with the county governments that can be able to enhance their spaces?
Thank you, the moderator. Assalamu alaikum. Hamjambo. Hamjambo. Mnatusikiza kweli? Hii fursa tumepata leo ya Jua Kali kwa sababu president wetu William Samoei Ruto ametupa fursa nyingi sana wa Jua Kali associations. And sisi tunafanya kazi na TVET kama wana Jua Kali. Institute. Hiyo shule mbili ndio ina train mavijana ama watoto wa hapa Garissa. Alafu basi sio wapate skills. Kuna wakati tumekuwa sponsored na ILO na Kenya Manufacturers Association. Ndio walitusponsor, wakachukua watoto 76 mavijana na wasichana, wakafuzwa kazi ya welding. Wakamaliza, wengine wakatumwa nje France, na wengine saizi ni mwalimu ambalo ni kike hapa Mikono Institute, anaitwa Zaitun Omar. Zamani Wasomali walikuwa wanaona kazi ya Jua Kali sio kazi, na hadi siku hizi mnajua white collar job imeisha, kazi sasa imebaki ni skills. Ile student tumetrain sasa ni mwalimu pale Mikono, ambalo tena ni msichana. Walikuwa wanasema wasichana ama Wasomali hawafanyi vizuri kwa Jua Kali, lakini sasa wamefika kiwango ya kuwa walimu, wanafunza wale students wengine pale application. Na president ametupa fursa kama jua kali, sisi tunajenga ma affordable housing. Kuna ujenzi inaendelea pale housing department Garissa, sisi ndo tunafanya fabrication, mjengo ya machuma, flash doors, kila aina ya fabrication sisi wa jua kali ndio tunafanya, na we are almost through now. Tukimaliza pale next tutaenda hapa AP camp next na serial board ambalo tena tumepewa fursa tuitengeze pale. Kwa hivyo anasema mavijana wasichana wa Garissa, jitume wewe mwenyewe uchukue hizi fursa na hizi nafasi, mjifunze kazi ya skills. Serikali inapeana institution ambalo unavunzwa bure. Kazi yako wewe unapeleka pale juu, unavunzwa kazi ya plumber, welding, mechanic, aina nyingi ya kazi pale ya mkono. Kwa hivyo tunawaambia karibuni na tuinuke kufanya kazi pamoja, tendo kwa Jua Kali Association. Asanteni sana. Shukrani.
Asante sana kwa mwenyekiti. Makofi mazuri kwa mwenyekiti wetu. Hiyo siku nyingine nitakuomba zawadi ili kwa wale ambao wanapiga makofi mazuri kama Madam CEO tunamtuza, si ndio? Naona kama watu wanatuangalia tu hapa. Lakini zawadi naona kama DC anasema hivi, yamaanisha ya kuwa na Madam Director ako hapa wanasema zawadi inakuja. Kwa hivyo usipopiga makofi, shauri yako. Abdi Bule, I know that we met with you at a youth empowerment and employment summit here in Garissa, and you are very much involved in mobilization of young people and trying to create spaces of employment. How is that coming up from Power Africa and with lessons from ILO prospects? And what are some of the opportunities for young people in Garissa and the wider FCDC counties?
Hello, everyone, all protocols observed. Salam alaikum. My name is Abdi Adan Bule. I'm the Powerland Project Coordinator. We are implementing a project called Skill Development and Employability, sponsored by ILO Prospect. Powerland Project is an Pan-African tech education that's existing for now in Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, and we are collaborating with many different international organizations. And this new program that we are implementing now, the skill development and employability, is a partnership between PLP and ILO. We have also partnered with Microsoft, and we are looking to give youth 1,700 youth from Garissa County and Turkana County with skills development. So it's a 5-month course, fully sponsored, being fully funded. So if you Google now, software development is going for 200,000 Kenyan shilling. So it's being covered, and we are looking for 1,700 youth. So now application is ongoing until the 1st July. So for now, we have partnered with university. So in Garissa we have partnered with Garissa University, Net College, and all private hubs. So as a youth, even if you don't have a laptop, we have covered that. For the partners that we are working with, that is the private hubs, universities and colleges, we are paying them to have centers that have
inafika mkitaka mna switch to soja nichukue tu mabiro nikuje.
You can register yourself, or you can go to Powerland Project. There is a link, and the good thing is that you can mention the hub that is closest to you. So all you have to do is you register, tell your friends, tell your family members, and the good thing, there is a small transport that to be given. So we are looking at 1,700 youth to be trained across Turkana and Garissa. We are looking at 816 possible graduates and also there will be employment opportunities within the 3 months. So for the 1,000 certificates provided by Microsoft, they will be given based on how well you're going to do. So that's it. For the other question on lessons that we can learn from this, from the ILO perspective, I think the biggest lesson is innovation and partnership. Most of the time delivers results. So as ILO prospect, we just don't train people. We give them
Kwanza
opportunities.
iko huko ndani kwa
So
screen.
by linking private
Huko
sector
ndani kwa screen.
and also looking for internships for volunteers. Secondly, the program
Siku hizi unalipo mzuri sana.
both refugees and host communities, strengthening social cohesion while expanding economic opportunities. Thirdly, it invests intentionally recognizing digital skills that prepares youth for both local employment and global opportunities. Mr. Kevin, you are looking for you are asking about how Abla was mentioning digitization.
Yes.
I'm also a founder and executive director of Empower with IT. Empower with IT is an innovation hub here in Garissa. I have founded, and mainly do skill development. So we offer different skills, software development, cybersecurity, IT support, and we just had graduation 2 weeks ago, where 35 youth have graduated from software development. And through that, now youth are able to get jobs anywhere else they are in the world, because technology does not bond you to a particular geography. So you can find jobs anywhere else. The other thing I wanted to mention is that on issue of digitization, we are currently doing a system for Garissa Farmers Network. That is an e-commerce system that they will be in a few months from now. They will be able to sell their products online. So thank you.
Asante sana, makofi mazuri kwa Bwana Bule. And you're saying that you have 1,700 process Bule, unaulizwa pale process ni gani? So in the next phase when we return, that's one of your questions for the process of registration and how we can be able to link up. Bwana Chief, I'm just wondering where you are seated, looking at me from that corner, and you have listened to all these success stories and the immense opportunities zile ambazo tumeelezewa na partners. How do you engage with the partners? And especially when it comes to issues of planning, budgeting, accountability for women, youth, persons with disabilities, refugees, and of course, older persons. How do you engage?
Naona umeleta watoto hapa na which is shows that how far you've gone with this process of engaging with PWDs na watu wengine. So I want to congratulate you. I also want to talk to our watoto niwaambie, you guys are very, you are very lucky because Mwenyezi Mungu saa zile ametoa one side anakupatia extra in brain wise. So the sky is limit. Mu continue to study na mtafika mahali mbali sana. So I want to encourage you and your families mu study as hard as possible. I also want to tell the parents ambao wako na watoto kama hii, Mwenyezi Mungu akukupatia watoto kama hawa, hiyo ni neema ya Mwenyezi Mungu, anakuangalia how you will treat them. It's not about a process whereby mtoto wangu is so beautiful na nini. these kids, some of them, if you see the wonders they can do, it is all about attitude and understanding how the universe was created na Mwenyezi Mungu anatutengeneza. On your question, sasa nikirudia question yako, when we first came into this county government, PWDs walikuwa scattered all over the place. Unfortunately, partners walikuwa wakipick them 1, 2 from one side to another. So what I did was I went to all partners, yeah. So and I told them if you want to engage with the PWDs, to PT a county government, so that we can give you maoni different. And instead of every day when I engage are the same people, you will not get. So luckily for us, we got that. Luckily, some of the partners, still, but we will continue. So on the other side, the most important things the partners is, and they also needed to be educated. And I don't mean in the possible way. PWDs hawataki maombi ya mtu. It's like any other person. They need to be self-sufficient. And for you to do that, you have to give them tangible projects. So, for example, the county government, once in 2024, once we came in, Nili organized one of the biggest World Disability Day to educate the partners at the same time, to educate people with disabilities that tukishikana pamoja, we can achieve a lot. And on that particular day, we end up giving them sewing machines, wheelchairs, some of the items ambao watakuwa self-sufficient. So the partners at the moment to engage now in many ways, ambayo right now, mimi chief officer for PWD na social service. Social services saizi tumemaliza child protection policy na UNICEF. Hiyo saizi we are going to the ground and educating parents about the children and the needs of the children. Na vile Madam Safia, Honorable Safia amesema, to educate parents watoto wao to be on the safe. And normally what I tell parents is, in the schools, there are signs of children being abused. So if you educate the parents and the teachers, these are signs that mtoto is being abused by somebody home or the school, you can understand before it's too late. So those are the things that I'm trying to engage with the schools. So, and the other thing is, last year, as a PWD chief officer, I gave out more than, I think, 100 and something wheelchairs, almost 80 of wheelchairs in Toka UK. More, they knew, so I was able to give watoto ambao, the needy ones ambao walikuwa na struggle. The other one is, we purchased it, more than 80 of them from here. So we provided them more than 80 hizo sewing machines. We gave to the wamama na watu wengine ambao, some of them right now they're using it kufanya kazi yao, so na hiyo. So we also gave out car wash, so that, as I said, I want these people to become self-sufficient. Wasianze, every day kuombana. So we try to work with that, to do that. So lastly, nataka kuongea na Director Godana, you have mentioned so many beautiful projects. So your office should come and see us. Those projects mimi sijaiona. So I would love to engage with you and continue with those programs, because at the moment, the last thing I want to do in Garissa is my agencies na hizo vingine na wanakuja, and then they do some of the things, but they pass through us, and then we can help us each other. Unajua, that's the best way. If we help each other, there will be a way whereby we can help these people, and we will have that transparency. Thank you so much.
Asante sana Bwana Chief, makofi mazuri kwa Chief. And natumai ya kuwa hata sisi serikali inapoongea kupitia kwa mdomo wake Bwana Chief Officer, akisema wheelchairs tunaziona, sivyo? Akisema hizo tools tunaziona, sivyo? Akisema tunaona huo siku, ama namna gani? So basi tuwapigie makofi mazuri our panelists. We are coming back to you, our wenye hema ama wageni wetu wenye wako kwa hema, nyinyi wananchi. So is your time session to engage with us for the next few minutes. And I'm very happy, Madam CEO, to see children flooding here. Somewhere we say nothing for us without, sindio? Nothing with us without. Hey, watoto wangu we. Nothing with us without. Kuna yote ambaye ana swali? Kwa kiongozi yeyote hapa? Hakuna swali? Kwa watoto? Okay, kuna mtoto pale ana swali hapo. Yes, behind that deputy governor chair. Yes, huyo hapo. Uliza swali basi. Aya, kama hakuna swali pitisha basi kipaza sauti. There is a lady right in a white t-shirt. The lady in white t-shirt. Yeah, the lady in a white t-shirt. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. My name is Joanne, and thank you all the panelists in the plenary. My question goes to the CEO, the Chief Officer. Are there interventions that the County Government of Garissa has done in your annual programming that supports persons with disabilities specifically on like issues of economic empowerment, education assistance, that we can see is in place so that it's an annual activity that is done in support for persons with disabilities?
Asante sana, very good question.
I repeat it. I'm asking if there are any interventions within the County Government of Garissa that are done in your annual programming to support persons with disabilities, matters such as education assistance, economic empowerment, or even the assistive devices that are in place so that we know every year persons with disabilities can benefit.
Yeah, so we'll take note of the questions, Bwana Chief and all the other panelists. We'll do 2 rounds, this first round and then a second round. And I'm very happy, okay, there's a hand here. There are 2 hands, actually, 3 hands, 4 hands, 5 hands. There is a first hand was there. So we'll take his question, then we'll come to you, my friend. Who you? Your hand was up? Okay, all right. Then we'll finish up with him. Please proceed.
Yes, thank you. Going by the theme, women, youth, PWDs, children, older persons, and refugees. I think refugees did not come out very clearly. I was waiting to see how best Garissa is doing in as far as refugee inclusion or integration is concerned. Thank you. My name is Sheikh Upi from Lamu County.
Asante sana, Sheikh. That's a very, very good question you've asked, and I'm glad because right in this auditorium, we have the head of the Dadaab sub-office, UNHCR, giving him some 2 minutes to also expand the conversation around refugee engagement and how they are being mainstreamed. Yes, madam? There's a translator, so there's a question from one of our PW.
Hussein will be talking. Thank you very much for welcoming us. His name is Hussein from Garissa Deaf School. We also have at least participants from the Garissa Deaf School. But one question we would like to ask the government. Please employ Quran teachers in the deaf school. The same, the county government to employ at least sign language interpreters. Interpreters are there, but they are never employed. For example, yesterday we had at least people coming here, others at least at the treatment center, but we didn't have at least one even interpreter. Thank you very much.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much, Hussein, for that. Tumpigie Bwana Hussein makofi mazuri. So there's a, yes, the beneficiary. Madam CEO, time is running out, but I see so many hands. Huh? Okay. And then we'll go to the mzee at the back. Tamalizia pale ule rafiki yangu. I hope our panelists, you are taking notes. Na pia naomba kama unaweza ongea your local dialect. Kindly.
Hello everyone, assalamu alaikum.
Hi.
So thank you for this opportunity first of all, and my question goes to Asharun Mohammed. And first of all, before my question, I would like to say that I was the beneficiary of DigiCan, the Ajira for She program, which you learn and earn, and I can say I earned. And my question is to Asharon, as someone who has actively participated in innovation programs and is now representing us young innovators on the panel today, what one lesson has had the greatest impact on your innovation journey, and what would you tell other young people who aspire to follow a similar path as yours? Thank you.
Asante sana. And we can have, okay.
Hello.
Endelea mama.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Alaikum assalam.
I am Saadi Abdullahi Sheikh from Garissa County, and I am a director of a certain organization which do economic empowerment of girl child, women, and youth. That is my career. I do economic empowerment of girl child and youth in different sectors, 5 sectors. I am an entrepreneur and I am a manufacturer. I am food science technology from JKUAT University. And I am a technical person from KITT, Kenyan Technical Training Institute. I have qualified in Department of Textile as a weaver. My organization is called Hashash Weavers, Center for Girl Child, Women and Youth Empowerment. I have been given award in 2012 by United Arab Emirates, United Arab Nation, UN Nation, UN Habitant, and the Dubai Municipality. I have worked in this county for 5 years and under Ministry of Trade and Industrialization. I was the person who linking Ministry of Trade about industrialization. Here I have as my stand. I do in livelihood 5 sectors. I am a product processor in farm product processing. I do product processing, product preserving, pasteurizing, packaging.
Swali mama, swali kama ni swali uliza swali, tuendelee.
Let me continue and tell people what I do. Then I will ask a question, or I may ask a question. Now I have center here in Garissa and next to Naivas, where I am processing product. I have another center in Nairobi, South Sea. And Nairobi County has supported me. They have given me a land, and that is where I am doing product processing for youth, women, and the girl child.
Asante sana. Makofi mazuri kwa mama tafadhalini.
Swali. Okay, my swali is, I'm the soil asset of Garissa. I was born in 1972. I was same classmate to the county secretary, and I did the exam with him in 1985. I didn't get any support in my county. I have all these skills. I brought for you all the skills. I brought it abroad and everywhere. Why my organization is not being supported?
Thank you. Very good. Very good. Very good question to Bwana CEO and Bwana Chairman of Joakali. You have had that very long profile. It's a very long one. Please, you will respond to those concerns. Do we have anyone more hand? Of course, I can see even Bwana Abdurrahman, who works with women here. Women Action in Poverty will give you a second to share how you are enhancing the space of women. Then we also have the head of office of DADAP will also be coming to you. I think we can have those two. Then we listen to the responses. And thank you so much, Madam CEO, because I am informed through your office that His Excellency the Governor is also coming. The Governor has a very deep interest in this discussion that we are having here. So he has asked that we move it kidogo, anapokuja kutujoin, also to join Bwana CEO in emancipating what the county government has done. So Mheshimiwa Gavana wetu yuko njiani anakuja huku ili naye pia aweze akajumuika nasi na pia yeye atuelezee serikali yake ya Garissa ni vipi inawaunganisha hawa vikundi ambao tunaongea juu yao hapa. So we listen to Bwana Abdurrahman. How are you creating opportunities for women through the organization Women in Action Against Poverty? And then we'll have Bwana the head of office of DADAP, UNHCR, as we come to the panelists. So please start preparing your very short responses to the different questions. We'll clear those questions, then we get back to the wananchi again. Karibu.
Can we get the microphone here? Please be upstanding so that we can save time, and then we'll go to Bwana Henok.
Thank you. My question goes to the
Sorry. We'll take your question in the second round, but can we listen to Abdurrahman? Then we come to the head of office. So when we come back, our mic takers, we give him his first priority. Thank you. Very, very briefly.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I'm Abdurrahman Dero Maalim, the Executive Director of Women Action Against Poverty. We have presence here in Garissa, Wajir, and Mandera. I don't want to take much time. It is an opportunity that I was given in the CSG to talk. What we have, Honorable Safia and our CEO for the Council of Governance, is that as an organization, there is a noble initiative that we want to take to support empowering our women, our youth, and our people with disabilities. We want to do an initiative that will gonna start in 29th of August. We will going to launch it in Garissa. Before that, we will have a breakfast meeting with the national stakeholders in Nairobi. We want to do sensitization and fundraising for our women who are in these communities that we serve in the northern part. We want to do a walk from Garissa to Mandera. The walk is called Walk for Water, Walk for Life initiative, where we want to raise around 1.5 billion Kenyan money during the walk, which will gonna take roughly 2 months. We therefore call all partners, stakeholders to join us for that initiative so that we build and support the capacity, the skills of our women in this greater nation. In that, we'll also cover in our next phase the whole FCDC region, that is from Isiolo to Turkana as well. So with those few remarks, we are here in the CSO Garissa chapter, the tent there. So we can be reached there. We have websites that are also very active in the social media. So we can be reached and maybe get the support of all of us here so that we can achieve the success and the goal for that initiative. Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin.
Asante sana, tumpigie Abdurrahman makofi mazuri. Walk for life, walk for water. Just share briefly in 2 minutes how the opportunities are expanding the rights, spaces, and involvement of refugees. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, moderator. I think it's a really glamorous opportunity to be here with you since yesterday. I'm joining a platform in which all protocols have already been observed, so I would like to beg to also observe all protocols. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Enoch Ochal, as Kevin has said. I just recently joined UNHCR Dadaab in the capacity of a head of office. I was in Dadaab 12 years ago in different city, and 12 years later I'm back to head the office, and it's really a homecoming, and I'm very glad to be back in the region. Now, when I look at the theme, how do we empower these categories of societies, women, youth, people living with disability, children, older persons, and refugees? For your information, all the categories exist within the refugee population. Of course, we all know there are women, refugee women, youth, people living with disability, children, older persons, within the refugee population. As we all know, the DAV has been in existence for the last 35 years. It was established in 1991. And over the years, we've had protracted scenarios where refugees live within the camp boundaries without accessing other opportunities. And I think that has significantly changed. We are speaking about an era, and this particular devolution sensitization wing, we came at a time which is very pivotal. It came at a time when we were implementing the 2021 Refugees Act. It came at a time when we're talking about Shurika plan that is going into play. And it came at a time when we're talking about GCDF, the Garissa Integrated Socioeconomic Development Plan. Now, when you talk about these categories of people, they are at our very close heart because these are the most, we call them people with specific needs. And in our programming, we do program to empower these categories of persons with specific needs through what we call rights-based programming. And how do we empower them? For your information, now we have refugee-led organizations that are funded by UNHCR. We have community-based organizations also that are funded by UNHCR and other partners that are working with us to ensure the rights of refugees are preserved, to ensure refugees are involved at the center of assessing their needs. Refugees are involved at the center of decision-making to ensure they are part and parcel of what we do on a daily basis. It's no longer business as usual where we go to the refugee community to tell them, this is what we do for you, this is the amount of the money we're bringing for this year, and this is what we're going to do for you. We're now doing what we're calling, actually it has been in place for quite some time, what we're calling participatory assessment. We do go out in focus group discussions. We engage with different categories of people with specific needs, with women, youth, people with disabilities, children, and other persons. And we sit with them and ask them, what exactly are your priorities in terms of needs? What do you want us to do come 2027? So if I have to speak all...
Bwana Ochala, if you wouldn't mind, His Excellency the Governor is here and we wish to just allow him to walk in. Wananchi, I give you. Yeah, so I think, is he off the car already? So let's be upstanding to receive His Excellency the Governor of Garissa County, our host who has been very, very inviting, welcoming. Tumpigie makofi mazuri Governor wetu Mheshimiwa Nadhif Jama. Naye pia tunamuona pale Gavana wa Lamu, karibu sana, na wageni wote wakiongozwa na Chief Governors, karibuni sana.
Tunamwona pia Deputy Governor wa Lamu ambaye amejiunga hapa nasi siku ya leo. Daktari, karibu. Karibuni sana wageni wetu wa heshima siku hii ya leo, ambapo tayari tulikuwa tushaanza vikao vyetu vya leo, na ndugu yangu Kevin Osido ambaye ndo alikuwa moderator wa session hiyo ataweza kutuambia tu tumefikia wapi ili tuweze kuendelea tukiwa pamoja na magavana wetu. Wapi makofi ya gavana wa Garissa pamoja na gavana wa Lamu? Na naona gavana wa Lamu pia amekuja na deputy governor wake, kumaanisha Lamu supports Garissa County siku hii ya leo. Wapi makofi yao? Asante sana. Tunaweza tukakaa.
Excellency Governors and Deputy Governors present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, karibuni sana. Our host governor, together with your friend from Lamu County, we are very, very grateful. And thank you even for honoring this occasion, because it shows that honestly you care to create time for women, create time for the youth, create time for persons with disabilities, for our children. And Your Excellency Governors, if you turn to your right, you will see a big group of children just seated very close to you over there. Some of them also have hearing impairment. And behind you also we have a big group of older persons, youth, women and children seated just 3 steps from where you are seated. And that shows that the Council of Governors, particularly Garissa County, you really care for this special category of groups. Thus, we have had a very good conversations, and right in front of you we have a panel of panelists drawn from right here in Garissa, sharing their stories. Of course, a woman that needs no introduction, Honorable Sophia Abdinur, who is here with us, and also is the chair of the National Council for Children's Services. We have, of course, the CEO of the National Council of Children's Services. We have persons with disabilities, the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, also here with us. We have one blooming young lady from Garissa County, Ashanur, who is involved in digitization through what is called Garissa Near Hub, and is engaging young people in digitization and also setting up hubs around around your county, sir. We of course have another lady whom I am sure that you know, Madam Ebla from Garissa Farmers Network, who's been doing a lot of work also to engage with communities. And we have the Juakali Association, Garissa Juakali Association, the chairman is here, who also prides himself to be well known to you. Thank you so much. And your very own chief officer of disability sector is also seated with us, together with Abdi Bule, who is also from Garissa. And so we've had very good conversations, especially around what they are doing, work together with your county government and all the other partners who are in this county, and of course the other northern frontier counties, to be able to strengthen and enhance the spaces and opportunities. So you've walked in at a point in time when we were engaging with the plenary, and we've had very good conversations. Na wengine wao pia wamesema wana support sana serikali yako, na ni sababu chief alisema uliwaandalia International Day of Persons with Disabilities na akapeana wheelchairs 187 187. Yeah, but we'll repeat as we do our closing remarks so that Excellency governors and their deputies can also address us. We'll just briefly share what you've done. So one of the biggest issues that came up, Your Excellencies, is the issue of Dadaab refugee camp. And as you walked in, we had the head office, one Enoch Ochala, who was just addressing us. And so for the sake of our guests, I think it would be an honor to just move close here so that they can see you, and then you continue with your conversation. So thank you so much, Your Excellencies, Excellency governors and deputy governors and all the other distinguished guests. Please join us, karibuni sana. Now, if you also have any question, any contribution, just raise up your hand and we'll gladly give you the microphone. Thank you to you, Madam CEO, for asking Excellency governors to come and join us. And I'm sure that the children, the youth, the women, the older persons are very happy to have you here. Karibuni, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Kevin, the moderator. It is an honor, really an honor for me to stand before you. And I want to really appreciate the Honorable Governor of Garissa to have invited us to come all the way from Dadaab. Thank you, sir. And we are also honored to have the Governor of Lamu with us also in the room, and the deputy governors. All protocols observed, as I said earlier on. You came at a time when I was actually speaking about how do we include the refugees into such programming. Because when you look at the categories of the people on the screen here, these are the people in our societies that we refer to as people with specific needs. The theme is how do we empower them? And you came in at a time when I was explaining how we program to include these categories of our societies whom we refer to as persons with specific needs. All the categories exist within the refugee community. And for us as UNHCR, they are always at the center of our planning, and they're always at the center of our programming because of the categories and also the situations they find themselves in. Now, how do we empower them? And I think that is the big question. And I say this Devolution Sensitization Week came at a very pivotal moment when we are implementing the 2021 Refugees Act, and when we're also implementing the Sharika Plan, which is the national government plan to include refugees in the national programming and national plans and national development plans. We're also having this Devolution Sensitization Week when we're also implementing the Garissa Integrated Socio-Economic Development Plan, which is a pivotal plan that will empower both refugees and host communities. For those of you who may have gone around the booths, you may have seen a very beautiful booth there with all the products from the Dadaab. And this is the results of empowerment. Had it not because of empowering the refugees and the hosts that have been hosting them for the last 35 years, they wouldn't be here. And when the county government was planning this program, we were consulted. We were also asked to participate. This is the conclusion itself. We're asked to be here today to stand before you to speak about the refugees. I'm not here alone. I've come with the camp manager, my brother Albert. I've come also with colleagues from DRC, the Danish Refugee Council, colleagues from different UN agencies, and colleagues from different refugee-led organizations. Now, I've been given 2 minutes, but let me just quickly explain how we do program for this.
2 minutes already lapsed. You are in your 7th minute.
Thank you, Kevin. And it's understandable because we're talking about extremely vulnerable population, but they're not vulnerable. The notion behind refugees always, they're just passive recipient of aid. They're not. Refugees are professionals. Refugees are empowered. Refugees are given opportunity to work side by side with us. They can deliver. We are talking about 35 years, over 35 years in the making, since the Dadaab refugee complex has been open. Kakuma has been open in 1992. Now we're talking about 35 years old Dadaab big brother and 34 years old young brother of Dadaab. Should we continue the same way as business as usual? I think the Kenya government lead by example. There are 3 or 4 governments in the region, and Kenya top the list. Our new High Commissioner, when he speaks about refugee empowerment, he cannot go more than 2 minutes without mentioning Kenya. And that is the result of devolution, and we're here to celebrate devolution. Now, how do we program about these categories of persons, refugees? And I will land very soon, Kevin. We have what we call rights-based programming. How do we do rights-based programming? We reach out to the refugees before, like for example in September, in 2 months from now. And we form focus groups discussions with all the categories, and we sit with them, we ask them, what did we do better this year, and what did we do, and what did you think we can do for you next season? Because in the past, we used to just go them at the end of every year and tell them, look, come 2027, we have these millions of dollars, this is what we do, ABCD. Not anymore. It's an inclusive planning. Refugees should be at the center of planning, the center of decision making to make sure their needs are properly addressed. They are professionals. Today we're talking about 35,000 refugee professionals who've gone through different trainings across both Kakuma and Dadaab. Should we continue giving them handouts? Absolutely not. So if we include them, now that we have the 3 plans, the Shurika plan, the GCDET and the KISIDET, I think it's time for us to include the refugees. And I will land by saying our new commissioner has a vision. Comes 2035, he wants to see the protracted refugee situation down to 50%. Dadaab now has 420,000 refugees. By 2035, we expect that the Dadaab population, if not 0 refugee population that are waiting for handouts, but at least 3/4 of that population are fully empowered and are part and parcel of the development of Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Shukran, tupigie makofi mazuri Bwana Enoch. So we'll come back to our panelists. Very brief responses to the questions that were asked. I hope you still remember them. I do. If you forget, I'll remind you. Nitakukumbusha. And then we'll take one more round for the few. I think there were 4 hands that were still up. Then we close. Is that a good plan? Wananchi wa Hema, is that a good plan? It's a good plan, right? So who starts? We'll have one. No question for you. Seems us good time. You had good questions because Bwana CEO was saying, how do you engage national government and county government and persons with disabilities? I think that bit of collaboration and partnership is something that that you need to talk about in 30 seconds as we move this one.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. One of the things that National Council is actively doing in terms of partnership is for all our programs, there is a vetting process that is carried out. And this particular vetting process is done by the county vetting committees. The county vetting committees and other relevant departments, including representation from the county governments. So it depends on who is representing who has been nominated to represent the county government in that particular county vetting committee. So from where we sit, we understand that the county government is being represented in that particular committee, and as such, all matters persons with disability implemented by the National Council for Persons with Disabilities is highly collaborative and involving the county government. So basically, we need to understand that from the perspective of inclusion. Thank you.
Makofi mazuri kwa director. Unajua usipopigia mtu makofi leo hata kesho time yako utafanyiwa nini? Okay, let's give him a good round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Sounds better. Ashanu, anything for you?
ulipewa kongole pale, akasema ya kuwa umempea kazi, she's now earning 20,000 shillings. How do we encourage more girls to register in the program? And I see you is saying that's a good practice. It's a best practice.
Yeah, it is. So to all the girls here, including Halima, one of the greatest lessons that I learned that has made me rich here is that you do not have to have everything to start something. What I mean by that is when I was finishing high school in 2024, I never thought that there was a hub that's existing that will support me in learning technology. And right now, as I'm seated here, I am a cybersecurity analyst. I completed my software engineering program. I am studying human resource management, my degree course in Garissa University. And all of those doesn't mean that it was just offered. No, you have to grab opportunities. As a girl who is living here in Garissa, people who are living here in Garissa normally think that opportunities are not there. Opportunities are abundant. It's just you as a youth who is supposed to grab them, go after them. They are not going to come to you. So Halima, I hope I have answered your question.
Can you say that in your local language?
Yes.
Opportunities are immense. There are so many for girl child. Please come out, take them. How do you say that?
Assalamu alaikum, Garis Mafiantin. Assalamu alaikum. Mahaf Somali Grnisin Mia. Okay, and Manu Hanki Mother Shirkad Ladahon Northern Innovation and Empowerment Hub. We have Kutala Halkas and Library Gudi Sekutala, and we have technology courses, kama software engineering, web development, cybersecurity, and other courses. Hada added wa barane. So waxaan lahaa gabdhaha iyo wiilasha meejan joogaan oo the youth shaqo la'aan way jirtaa laakiin shaqo badan ay jirtaa oo youth ay qaban karaan. You can work remotely and waxa u shaqayn kartaa shirkadaha Mareykanka iyo remote jobs ay jiraan. So intaas maani sheegi lahaa.
Makofi mazuri kwa Shanur. That's very good. Asante sana, Madam Ebla.
I wanted to contribute on the aspect of the refugee integration, and I would like to say this also in Kisomali, if you allow me, because I want to support the UNHCR representative from the DAP. As Garissa Farmers Network, anaga dadka beerley baan ahay. Cuntada badan oo aan dhulkan ka soo saarnana, and I'm glad the governor is here, and I would like to attract his attention so that he could also listen to what I'm saying. Cuntada badana governor waa ogtahay suuqan Garis dad badana ku jira. Anaga suuqaas wuu naga sii horeeyay, dad baa hadda dominate garaya, laakiin focuskeena hadda ugu weyn iyo waxa aan soo saarno waxay aadan qaxootiga directly. Waxaa jirta qolo oo aan la shaqeyno oo host community-ga within the refugee complex ka oo naga qataan wholesale inooga gataan like bananas-ka way naga gataan. Actually bananas-keena dan wuxuu aadaa qaxootiga. Hadda maadaama oo flood school la dhiwaayay umbaan maxaa la dhahay suuqa aan ka baxnay because consistency-ga meesha ma jiro. Waxaan hadda aragnay in indisiga mise mooska laga keena all the way from Embu oo dhulalkaanito nimankaan jiiraankana la oo straight la geynayo qaxootiga. But before saa ogtahay dadkaas badana waxay ka imaadeen Soomaaliya. Marka mooska ay jecelyihiin waa mooska anaga aan beerno variety-ga la dhahayo Jubaland. Variety-gaas waa variety anaga aan beerno oo originally it originated from Somalia. Wayna ka jecelyihiin variety kaleeto oo wadanka la beero. Darad anigoo meel fadhiya waxaan arkaya internet waxaan arkaya hadda inay direct linkages bananaska wadanka laga qaadayo oo Kenya laga qaadayo oo directly Soomaaliya la geynayo. Taasna waxaan u maleynayaa challenge-ka gaabka wuxuu imaaday markii anaga mar walbo biyahan markay fatahaadka imaadaan consistency suuqa ma lahayn. Most of the time waxaa jirta women groups aan la shaqeyno hataa network-ka dad waxaa jirta beerley oo ayagana joogaan qaxootiga joogaan haddii ay beero xagga ku qabinna laakiin ay fursado ay haastaan inay nagala shaqeeyaan waxyaalaha aan soo saarno siday meesha suuqaas ugu gadi lahaayeen. Laba wax mostly aan focus ka saarayna waxaa waaye yaanyada iyo mooska. Dadka markay imaadaan beeraha wholesale-ka noo qaataan waxay deliberately u geeyaan dadka wholesale-aga oo host community-ga ah. Ayaga suuqa Dadaab xagar dheere all that area waan geynaa. Marka waxaa dhacdaa wholesale-ka markay ayaga xagga geeyaanna waxaa kasii qaataan maamooyin oo ayaga IDs qabin oo refugees-ka ah. Ayaga marka retail u gadaan badeecadaas anaga ay naga qaataan. Marka way fiicnaan lahayd maadaama development program-ka uu ka hadlay ninka u weyn UNHCR-ka inaan isla fiirino wixii anagana aan sameyn lahayn as Garissa Farmers Network sifaan ooga caawino because I know the most challenging thing is feeding the refugee complex.
Thank you, Elba.
Thank you.
Asante sana, makofi mazuri kwa Elba. Yes, Bwana Juakali, very briefly.
Thank you very much. Asante sana. And ningependa kuzungumzia Juakali Association. Sisi tuna shule mbili hapa ya Vocational Training Institute na Mikono Vocational Training Institute. Hawa ndo tunafanya naye zaidi mpaka tumetrain wasichana na mavijana. Zamani ilikuwa inasemekana Wasomali hawajui kazi skills ama kazi ya mkono, lakini hiyo tumeitupa mbali sana. Sasa Wasomali mpaka wasichana wanafanya kazi ya welding. Tumetoa msichana anaitwa Zaitun Omar. Sasa yeye ni mwalimu pale Mkono Vocational Training Institute. Nashukuru governor alimpa kazi. Hiyo msichana alikuwa ametoka Garissa Juakali Association, akamaliza pale Vocational Training Institute, alipelekwa mpaka France. Amejua kazi ya welding, sasa ameajiriwa na vocation na government. Sasa yeye ni instructor, anafunza kazi ya welding. Tena isitoshe bana governor, sisi kama wanajuakali tumepewa kazi na rais wetu mtukufu tujenge fabrications katika affordable housing zote ambazo inajengwa Garissa. Iko kingine sasa tunaimalizia. Iko hapo housing department. Hiyo inakwisha kabisa. Next tutaenda AP camp behind the cereal board. Tunaendelea namna hiyo. Kwa hivyo Wasomali ama wa Garissa sisi siku hizi ni watu wa skills na tumetoka maneno ya white collar job. Tunajivunia kuwa wanajuakali. Tunaendesha mavijana wetu wajifunze hiyo kazi na nawapasha mpaka sasa waendelee kutukujia tuwatafutie nafasi kwa sababu serikali ama county government imepeana fursa. Kuna mashule mbili hapo, Sensitization na Mikono. Mtu anajipeleka pale, anafunza ile kazi anataka, plumber, mechanical and everything. Asante sana. Shukran.
Makofi mazuri kwa Bwana Barkade. Kwa hivyo mama ambaye aliuliza ni vipi unaweza jumuishwa katika masuala ya Juakali, I think she was seated somewhere there. Huyo mama kwa hapo, tafadhali tangamana na chairman. So we listen to Bwana Bule kwanza, alafu ndio tuje kwa chief officer. Bule, very briefly because we've totally run out of time. Only if there was
I think there was a question on how
the process.
Yes. Yeah, the process. So for the Powerland project, if you want to apply for the skills development and employability, you can go to www.powerlandprojectsafrica.org. Then under programs, there is a digital pathway to resilience. So my final say is that I just want to say the future belongs to youth who combine digital skills with problem solving and entrepreneurship. So thank you everyone.
Asante sana, makofi mazuri kwa Bwana Bule pia. Yes, Bwana CEO, very briefly, just 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Kindly.
Okay.
I am really under pressure where I am standing.
No, I mentioned previously since governor wetu amekuja na wageni and this PWD na social services is the main headline of this.
Yeah.
Lazima ni seme what we done for the past couple of years. And kwanza first of all nilithank Madam CEO for kuinvite our watoto na kujulisha they are part and parcel of the program. This year, Madam Sophia, to create vile nilikuambia child protection policy, tuna funds children, elderly and PWD. And on a regular basis every year, vile niliulizwa hiyo swali ya vitu za walemavu ambao wanatumia. And World Disability Day, tuna provide wheelchairs, crutches ya kutembea, vitu kama car wash machineries, sewing machines. So we make sure that our people in PWD, they become self-sufficient. So this year, Governor, actually nilikusahau kukuambia beginning of the month, tulikuwa na meeting na PWDs. Governor aliweka budget of, nafikiri, and about a very good amount. Now that amount was divided into 5 million each, and that projects will be done by PWDs. Itakuja kwa ofisi yangu, nitaanza kudivide into alafu itapeanwa. First project ni 10 disability friendly toilets ambayo itajengwa among the schools in Upper Garissa. And also when it comes to interpreters, governor alinipatia ruhusa ya kuemploy 4 of them. They are under process hizi ambayo ziko na kwa and pale we are working on it to make sure that our watoto na mashule na events kama hizi tuko na our own teachers, na hiyo governor ndio alitupatia a few months ago ifanywe. So na school wale watoto walemavu tuko na funds ambazo ziko available to them. Tunawalipia wale watoto ambao and their families ambao they not in a position. So at the moment everything ambayo na kupitia ofisi yetu na county government ya Garissa na governor tuko pamoja. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Madam CEO, thank you.
Asante sana, tumpigie Bwana Chief makofi mazuri naye pia. So we are headed towards closure. We'll only have one more speaker, and that is our Mheshimiwa Sophia. Before she does, I have a couple of announcements. Kwa hivyo tega masikio watoto wetu. Watoto wangu we, mko wapi? Nimeambiwa ya kuwa gavana ameleta t-shirt. Sema t-shirt. Sema t-shirt. T-shirt. Ati gavana na CEO wa Council of Governors ameleta t-shirts for our children. Thank you so much kwa kukuwa hapa. Tafadhali mujipigie makofi watoto. So tutakapokuwa tukitoka hivi, mtamuona Madam Director pale, Irene, na pia Daisy na maofisa wa COG wako pale, pamoja na maofisa wa Garissa County Government. Daisy ndio ule pale, yule ambaye anainua mkono. Tutamuona tuweze tukachukua t-shirt. Your Excellency Governor Lamu Issa Tivamo, there is a gentleman here called She Kupi She. Aliuliza swali nyeti sana, ndio ule pale. Sasa ameniandikia note ya kuwa please make sure my governor knows I am here. Ati yeye amesafiri kutoka Lamu kukuja Devolution Sensitization Week hapa Garissa. I think that's a good thing, isn't it? Tumpigie Mheshimiwa She Kupi She makofi pia. Finally, tutakuwa na baraza na gavana. It's called Baraza with the Governors. Leo jioni. So please, whatever you do, itakapofika saa 11, we'll have a session with our 2 governors here in this hall, ambapo mtaweza kuengage. We'll ask so many questions, na marafiki yangu kutoka NTV wananiambia kwa wao watakuwa hapa live.
Naam.
So the session will be aired live on NTV. Ni nani anataka kukosa?
Na wale ambao wangependa kuambiwa kwa lugha ya hapa Garissa, na niko na mwenzangu Hassan kutoka hapa Garissa ataweza kuwaelezea.
Ya mwisho kabla Hassan aje, because we are closing this session. We have one more announcement that there is a lot of conversations on refugees, and there is a session tomorrow on refugees. So a lot of those other issues ambazo zinaweza tokezea ama maswali ambayo hayajaulizwa leo, tuomba uje kesho ili uweze ukayauliza na utapata kujibiwa. Asanteni sana. Mimi naitwa Kevin Osido na nashukuru Mheshimiwa Rais ambaye alinituza tuzo ambalo naitwa OGW. Last year akasema sasa wewe ukijitambulisha unaambia wananchi wa Garissa, so wamesalimiwa na Mheshimiwa Rais, naambia unaitwa Kevin Osido OGW. Mheshimiwa Sophia, in 2 minutes. Makofi kwa Mheshimiwa tafadhalini.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Garissa and the Governor of Lamu, the Deputy Governor of Lamu, and distinguished guests. Salaam alaikum again. Your Excellency, we had a very beautiful day discussing issues of women, children, persons with disability, and empowerment of youth and women. And I'm very happy today because we have discussed a lot, and I just want to urge the governors present here that we are looking forward, particularly on issues of women and children empowerment. And we would love to see that the county government to adopt child and women friendly budgeting. That means allocating resources to empower women and to empower the child. We have the total population of children in this country are 42%, majority. And when we look at more budget for persons with disability and the Juakali too. My advice to the young women is to be resilient, informed, and deeply connect yourself to your communities. Leadership is not holding a title. It is about service. Educate yourselves on issues affecting your people. Build strong networks and do not let culture to dictate your ambitions. Your perspective is necessary for balanced governance. Start learning where you are from, whether in school, committees, or community youth leadership. Let your competence speak for you. Let them not exploit your potential. The sky is the limit for the young ladies. Your Excellency, your Chief Officer just talked about child protection policy that you are developing at the county level, specific child protection policy. My advice is, it is very important that you are doing that, but I'm urging you to align yourself to the national child protection policy. And indeed, it is a very comprehensive and a broad-based policy that we have. We can share with you. It will be very important that what we are doing at the national level is done down at the county levels. Again, Your Excellency Governor of Garissa, I want to congratulate you on this very important sensitization week. It is a week that has brought together everybody so that we discuss our issues, our matters, the gaps that exist, and how we can strengthen them. So thank you very much. And I want to take this chance again to thank the Governor of Lamu, who is my neighbor. Not only Garissa, but neighbor in Ijara. Welcome to Garissa. Thank you very much. You are very mindful of devolution, and we want to thank you so much. Welcome again to Garissa. Asante sana.
Thank you, our photographers. Panelists, you can correct here for a photo. Please, let's changamka. We have a photo here. Madam CEO, you can join us. You want to join us? Okay. If the CEO doesn't come, the governors be too much to ask. Tupige picha tafadhalini.
Asante sana. Asante sana for this wonderful panel. Very good job. Wapi makofi yao. Thank you very much. Led by my very good friend, Executive Director, County Governance Watch, Mr. Kevin Osido, OGW. Asante sana. Next we'll be going to a very wonderful session. This session will be moderated by my very own CEO. As I told you earlier, she is Mary Mwiti EBS. But before then, allow me just to remind you that we'll be having a live county baraza, and I would like that this hall at that time will be full, because we will be having our county leadership, our CSOs, our clergy, and so many other people, and members of the public are all welcome to interact with the county leadership. And I'm glad that right now we have our host governor, His Excellency Nadif Jama, the governor for Lamu, His Excellency Isa Timami. You're most welcome, Your Excellency. And we also have Deputy Governor Lamu County, His Excellency Dr. Barak Mohammed Barak. And allow me to welcome my colleague from Garissa, who is the host MC, to just give us the same message in Kisomali, MC Saman. Karibu sana, and then we will proceed with the program.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Regaris.
waxaan liogeysiinayaa بعد العصر saacada markay tahay 7:30 waxaa dhici doona su'aalo oo baraze ah oo lagu weydiinayo mas'uuliyiinta oo ugu horeeyo gobanaga Garis mudane Nadiif Jaamac Aadan EGH iyo MC-yada bulshada rayidka culummada baadariga oo dhici doonto live session oo maartay ilaahay ka walban laga daawan doono marka waxaan liga codsanayaa sida hadda hall ku soo buuxisay hadhow bacda casr session ka gabanaga iyo biyaashii MCS ka dadkan maartay tirada qabin maartay personal living with disabilities civil society intaas kulli way imaanayaan marka waxaan rabnaa inaan halka soo buuxino session ka maartay waa live buu noqonayaa وينا كبل بالغ داونا دمانتي waxaa laga codsanayaa بعد العصر فوتات saacada markay gaarto 10 saac iyo bar ilaa halkan soo xaadirtiin oo maartay su'aalaha iyo jawaabtu xagga la isweydiinayo inaa ka soo qayb gashin MC Muka
Asante sana mwenzangu MC Saman. And at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome on stage the Council of Governors CEO, Miss Mary Mwiti, EBS. Wapi makofi ya Miss Mary Mwiti. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. We can do better than that for Muka. If you cannot do that better for Muka, can we do this better for the panel that are just concluded? Kevin Osigo will never disappoint. And no wonder you are OGW. We truly appreciate your support. Mstahiki Gavana wa Jimbo la Garissa, His Excellency Governor Jama, Mstahiki Gavana wa Jimbo la Lamu, Governor Isa, tunajihisi tumeheshimika sana kwako kuja siku ya leo kujiunga nasi ili kwamba tuendeleshe hii shughuli ya kuhamasisha watu na jamii ya Garissa kuhusu ugatuzi. Najua mmeandamana na manaibu wengine wa governors na Governor Nadif ataweza kuwatambua hivi karibuni. But before we hand over this program to our Governor wa Garissa, I sincerely thank your team, the Garissa team, all of you wherever you are, from the county secretary that has been with us, the chief officer, Gedi Alienda Makwabi, Gedi, the CECs that are here, the chief officers, your protocol team, they've done a fantastic job. And from the Council of Governors through Nairobi, we truly appreciate you. Governor, before ni hand over this program kwako, tumehamasishwa kuhusu usajilishaji wa community land na tumehusishwa na tumeshuhudia ya kwamba gatuzi la Garissa limekuwa mstari wa mbele kujumisha matengo mbalimbali kwa planning ya county na budgeting of the county development project. Tumeshuhudia hiyo maneno ama ni uongo? Tumeshuhudia ama ni uongo? Kama mnasema tumeshuhudia, mkono juu. Excellency, angalia watu wameshuhudia kwamba umewauzisha matengo mbalimbali kutoka youth, women, persons with disability and the like in the development of the county. And this is why we said Gatuzi is bringing services closer to the people. We are a testament. Today, different groups have attested to the fact that your government, the people that went with me, Your Excellency, Governor Lamu, to a referral hospital yesterday are a clear testament what Ugatuzi is in as far as health is concerned. Sophia, tulienda pale and we were shocked and astonished. Garissa Referral Hospital is an epitome of a private hospital. We have Nairobi Hospital here. Tafadhali mtu asiende private hospital kutafuta huduma ya afya. Sisi zote twende county government referral hospital that is high class, first class of its kind in this region. So, Your Excellency, we owe this to the leadership of Garissa County, and as devolution champions, we cannot thank you enough. Number 3, before nikualike Your Excellency, tuko na wafadhili ambao wako hapa wanajiita Mission Relief ambao wangependa kutuchangia mikoba ya damu katika hii jimbo la county. We are all aware that there is shortage of blood bags in the country, na wameona ya kwamba watupatie hizi mikoba ili kwamba uendeleshaji wa afya na huduma ya afya katika hili jimbo litaendelea, na hii ni after realizing how health function is being administered in this county. So with a lot of respect and humility, Excellency, if you allow, I will call on stage Said Mabruk akuje together with your Excellency and the team from county government, Nairobi, the CS, please come on stage. The CECs that are present, the chief officer, ili tuweze receive the donations from Mission Relief. Said, we want to appreciate you a lot for seeing it worth to give and of course donate these blood bags that will go a long way in ensuring that there's quality service delivery of health in this county, just as it is right now. All of you, Katra anakuja yeye ni wa county government, lakini you donated her from us. So I hand over to Said to proceed.
Thank you very much, Madam CEO. Your Excellency, Governor Nadhif Jama, Governor for Garissa County, Your Excellency, Governor Issa Timami, Governor for Lamu County, the CEC's Council of Governors Secretariat, county officials, health partners, elders, and people of Garissa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And good afternoon to everyone. We are gathered here today during Devolution Sensitization Week, a time when we remind ourselves why devolution matters. It matters because it brings services closer to the people. And today, there's no service that is more needed, more urgent, more human than saving a life. On behalf of Mission Relief, I'm honored to hand over these blood bags to Garissa County. Blood is life. Blood is life. In emergencies, in maternity, in accidents, in surgeries, blood is the bridge between crisis and hope. This donation is a small act, but with a big meaning. It represents partnerships, solidarity, and the spirit of devolution. Counties and partners together, working together so that no mother, no child, no patient is lost for the lack of something as basic as safe blood. To the Garissa County Health Team, thank you for your commitment. To the Council of Governors, thank you for leading this conversation on how devolution delivers. And to the people of Garissa, know that your leaders and partners stand with you. I now officially hand over these blood bags to the county government of Garissa, and we pray that they reach those in need and give them a second chance in life. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless devolution. Asanteni sana.
Kindly, I request that all of us, we fall back. Wait, Said. All of us fall behind the governor so that the governor is in front with the CEC for Health. If the CEC for Health is here, kindly. Director is here, Director for Health, and the Mission Relief team. Please just, the rest, yeah. Then we will be Health. The Health team, just go in front, please. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana, and we truly, truly appreciate. Sorry? Oh, the banner. Your Excellency, kidogo tu. Muka, please. Okay. You want to repeat the demo? Yes. Said, you can just repeat. Yes, thank you. Tafadhali tuwapigie makofi. Wasaidizi, tafadhali mkuje tutoe hizi mikoba, turudishe mali zilikuwa, ili the governor aweze kuendelea. Mission Relief, we truly thank you. Asanteni, you can take our seats, Garissa County and the teams here. Muka, please bring your team to bring the podium so that now we hand over the program to the...
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, thank you. On stage, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, I request that you don't go back. Tradition. Yeah, you're taking over. Come on. Yes. Kindly, let's take our seats now. We are coming to the close of the program. And with us, we have the chief guest of the second day of Devolution Sensitization Week, none other than the governor for Lamu. And Your Excellency, as I said in Swahili, we do not take it for granted that you found time to join us for this extremely very critical conversation at the center of devolution governance. I want to appreciate Sophia. Sophia, you've set the stage for women. And one of the things that she has said that is extremely very profound, that we are beneficiaries, Your Excellencies, is that she said we have at least still lagging behind in terms of education in this region, Asal. And Fatuma, I want to, Sophia, I am a beneficiary of education in Asal. I grew up in Asal County, then I went back. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So all parents that are here, please ensure that the only equalizer in this world is none other than education. Education is the one that guarantees equal opportunity for the rich, for the poor, and for everybody in this country. Had we not gone to school when opportunities arose, we could not be able to compete competitively with those that were in a school group of schools, as we in bush schools, but still we played our catch up and we did well in school. That's why we got opportunities. So, Sophia, whatever that you're doing, engage us. We will be able to amplify the need of educating a girl child. But besides this, before I complete, Your Excellency, a boy child is endangered. And in these conversations, we are saying that county governments do not leave anyone behind. We have popularized this action about a girl child until a boy child is taking a backseat. As we do this, remember there is no generation without a boy child. We may grow educated girls, but are without educated boys. What would the society look like? And the African society is about equity, and a boy child takes the lead in doing this. So let's bring a boy child again on top so that we have a society that is accommodative, that has equal opportunities. Those very many remarks allow that now I invite none other than the governor for Garissa County that has been extremely very hospitable for the week that we've been, yesterday and today. And Your Excellency, we do not take for granted that you allowed devolution. Kidogo DJ. We do not take for granted that you allowed Garissa County to be the host county for this, the 4th Devolution Sensitization Week. We have seen nothing short of commitment from you, yourself, and of course from the time that we started, we have acknowledged actually the other side of Governor Nadif, which we never knew. You're extremely very hospitable, and we truly, truly appreciate. Asante sana, Your Excellency, and over to you. Tupigieni gavana makofi tafadhali.
DJ, asante sana. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Dadka akhyaarta meeshan iskugu imaatay, assalaamu calaykum. Mar labaad, assalaamu calaykum. Waxaan waa la daalay. I don't blame anybody because you people must be tired. You have been here for a long, long time. You have been seated since morning, I'm aware. Kwa hivyo, first of all, asanteni sana. I wish to take this opportunity, first of all, to welcome my brother, Isa Timami, the governor of Lamu, our neighboring county, our neighbor county, for his kindness to make time to come and see us or to be with us in this very, very important function that we are holding in my county, Garissa. Isa is not just a brother, but we also have many other reasons to be close to each other. Mary with Isa, with Chiboy, and with few others. We are truly the founding fathers of devolution in this country. We were the first lot of governors to start devolution in our counties. And of course, that is history that cannot be taken away from us. So whenever you see us together, we also have that very important history together. So once again, Sheikh Isa, thank you very much. With him, Kunapia, he also came with his deputy governor, who is relatively still new, Dr. Mbarak. Mbarak, if you can kindly stand and even probably come here and say a word or two, please come to the stage. Also, in addition to Mbarak, Isa, the governor also came with few other colleagues from Lamu County. If they can also stand, I will really appreciate. And probably also introduce themselves so that they can just, you can see he doesn't travel alone. He's a man of the people, a man of his people, a man of his county. Please go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdul Nasir Mohammed. I'm the Chief of Staff, Lamu County.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mohammed Bwana Ali. I'm the CCM for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning. Happy to be in Garissa. Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum. Regard setting. My name is Amira Abdullahi. I'm the Executive Secretary, Office of the Governor, Lamu County.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hindu Salim. I'm the county liaison officer based in Nairobi, Lamu County. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sheikh Upi, Director, Peace Building and Disaster Management, Lamu County Government.
Wonderful. So you can see how much passionate my brother Isa is to come and see us. He came with a whole team of people to be part of this important function. Na hiyo hakika ni heshima kubwa sana, ndugu Isa, nasema asante. We thank you very much, and we're not taking that for granted. But you can also count on me. I've always done. Whenever you have a function, I'm always there, and I will never miss the cultural festival of Lamu, whenever it's there. I also want to take this opportunity, but before I continue, let me give the Deputy Governor a word. He's new, but he's also a man with big ideas. He could probably be the next governor of Lamu. Kwa hivyo, si mtu mdogo. We will see him next time as the governor of Lamu. Kwa hivyo, mkaribisheni vizuri. Welcome, Dr. Mubarak. as he says, a word of hopefully wisdom.
Shukran sana, Excellency Governor Garissa, Excellency Governor Lamu, viongozi wengine wote walio hapa, taasisi mbalimbali, all protocols observed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think this is my third time in Garissa, and inshallah we are going to talk more in the evening during the baraza, share a lot regarding devolution. Lakini mimi nataka niseme mimi ni shahidi wa yale mambo mazuri ambayo devolution imefanya, kwa sababu sahihi mimi pia ni waziri wa afya, lakini safari yangu katika sekta ya afya mimi nilianza mbali sana. Nilipomaliza form 4 wazazi wangu hawakuwa na uwezo wa kunipeleka university. So mimi kwanza nilipitia KMTC. So I became a clinical officer back in 2005, 2007 pale. So nimeona healthcare ikiwa katika hali ya chini kabisa huku, and then tukaendelea mpaka tukaja huku mbele, na nimeona devolution venye imefanya sahihi especially kwa healthcare, na nataka kupongeza particularly hawa magavana wawili. Pengine niongeze na gavana wa Mombasa pia kwa ile juhudi yao ambayo wameweka zaidi katika sekta ya afya. Yale mambo mazuri mengi yamefanyika ni kwa sababu ya wao kuipatia ile priority sekta ya afya, na mimi nawapongeza na tuhakikishia kwamba tutahakikisha watu wetu wamefaidika na devolution. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shukran, Dr. Mbarak. Ya pili, hakika, I want to thank Mary and the team for organizing that panel. The panel we found here, ilikuwa ni hakika panel, I can say, homegrown panel. Ni watu wote na wajua vizuri, starting with my sister Mheshimiwa Safia, all the way to my chief officer, all the way to the man from the Jua Kali, Ebla from the Farmers Network. These are people are all known to me, and they are from home, and I listen to them carefully, discussing a very, very important topic, the topic of youth, persons with disabilities, women empowerment, refugees. This is really a big panel, and I can say you got the right people to discuss, and also a great moderator, my brother there, the OGW man. We don't hesitate to say that. Karibu sana. So listening to them, I can tell you those are also specific areas that we as a county are also very, very keen about. For instance, you have seen that man, Omar, is a dedicated, is my chief officer, and as you can see, he is in charge of the entire department. And I think also even this evening, as we discuss as we have the live coverage, we believe we'll still touch on issues to do with those very, very key areas. I also really want to thank the group of people who have come to us this afternoon. I can see our young ladies, our young girls, and all the way to even the translator who is doing his work with a lot of passion. And I want to tell them that you are all appreciated for being with us here. The purpose of Devolution Sensitization Week is basically exactly what it says. It's a question of sensitizing people, a question of educating our people, a question of our people being told what devolution is about, the values of devolution, the gains of devolution. And I think we have seen, we've had that a lot between yesterday and today. And I must really appreciate COG, Mary, the Secretariat, and my colleagues, the governors, for allowing us to host this very, very important week in Garissa. Ni heshima na taadhima kubwa kwamba we are holding this week here in Garissa, where our people have also realized for themselves what devolution is doing, an opportunity for them to learn more about devolution. I know this also week has come with a lot of values. The medical camp has been very, very successful. I know many people that have benefited from the same. A lot of educational activities we've also seen happening. So really a great week, but we are still not at the end of the same. We are here. My brother Isa has joined me so that we can be together for the next few days. He is actually not traveling back. I've asked him to stay with me and he has agreed. Kwa hivyo tuko na nyinyi for the next 2 days ili tuhakikishe kwamba we conclude this program very, very well in the best manner possible. Kwa hivyo msiende mbali, karibuni sana. Soda wada forum kama unoo soconaya maalin kasta hala imaado. Galabtana waxaan qabnaa a very important baraza, live baraza oo NTV ina maartay laga daawan doono. Anagoo halkan fadhino oo su'aal kasta oo nala weydiiyo ka jawaabayno. Marka hala imaado yaa la maqnaanin, howlka galabta la soo buuxiyo si maartay adduunka iyo wadanka intiisa kale maartay si fiican looga daawado insha Allah ta'ala. And I still, of course, have the wish to invite back even my sister, Mashma Safia, and the rest of you to join us even for this evening's discussions. Kwa hayo machache na mengi, let me take this opportunity to now invite my brother, Governor Isa Temami, aje mbele kidogo, and he greets you and makes his remarks for this important conference. Asante sana.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kwanza, I want to take this opportunity to really appreciate my brother, the governor of Garissa, for the invitation and also for the very warm welcome I received this morning. Na watu wa Garissa. Secondly, I also want to congratulate my brother again and his team for this very well organized event. I know it takes a lot of effort and personal involvement to achieve what I see here. I also, Your Excellency, our brother, the chair of COG, Governor Ahmed of Wajir, would have liked to be with us, but he's out of the country. So I also want to appreciate him, and also the COG technical team, the secretariat led by the very able CEO, Madam Mary, and your team, again, for this is a sensitization week, and one of the categories we are celebrating are the older people. So I'm very happy to see this old lady insisting on her rights to be here, and we should clap for her. Madam Mary and the Secretariat, also thank you for all this. And this will not have happened. Mimi nina furaha kwa hapa. And this is a very focused sensitization. We are looking particular at young people, at people with disabilities, at older people, and at women. Now, the whole purpose, ugatuzi, devolution, one of the main reasons that those who came up with our new constitution was on the issue of service delivery, bringing services closer to the people. And we have witnessed today, I'm hearing testimonies about what my brother here has done in the health sector. And I will also want to take the opportunity, Your Excellency, if you'll permit, for me to visit your hospital, because this never existed before devolution. So thanks to devolution, and those who doubt about that devolution has made a change in our lives, they should just visit the counties. So my brother, congratulations. And all this you have done, it's your effort, and it's all governors' effort to bring services closer to the people. And that's one of the tenets of devolution. The other thing I wanted to mention was the issue of public participation. And again, long ago, before the advent of devolution, all decisions were made in Nairobi. And they just came to be implemented in our counties. And we were never involved in the decisions that were made. But now, and I had the CEO of the Council of Governors confirming that children were involved, people with disability, the young people, the older people, when you are coming up with the policy. So this is the game changer for devolution. And to even make it a constitutional issue, the Constitution itself requires that whatever we do, public participation has to be undertaken. Kwa hivyo, now that we are on the ground, all of us, tukifanya budget, we go around and talk to the people so that we do what people want, not what the leaders want. So he is one of the best things that happened because of devolution. So the other thing, there's healthy competition amongst counties. I said I want to see your hospital so that when I go back, I also start thinking what I can do to reach the level that Garissa has achieved. So this is healthy competition so that the people of Lamu also access similar services as what the people of Garissa are going to access with the new facility that the governor has done here. Looking ahead, and I'm now just generally talking of devolution, what people want, they want better quality public services. Every individual wants better quality services. They want stronger county institutions. So what we're doing, transforming the health sector, the agriculture sector, and all the sectors that have been devolved, it's important that we do that. They also want greater fiscal responsibility so that when we spend the public money, the public is aware how that money is being spent. They also want to see increased use of technology in governance. And they want to see enhanced climate resilience. They want to see greater citizen participation. And lastly, they want to see stronger partnerships between us, civil society, and other donor organizations. And that was today displayed here with a very good donation that was made of blood bags. And so we are ticking all the boxes of what our people require. And I am very impressed to see that the young people, the children, people with disability, and all this will not have happened were it not for devolution. Kwa hivyo, my brother governor, the Council of Governors, and all the partners who supported this, this is one of the best events that I have attended. I am very happy that we are focusing on even issues of refugees, because long ago, refugees were treated like they were not part of our communities. Your Excellency, even Lamu, we have the issue of refugees in my area of Kiunga, and we also accord services to them, and we integrate them. You never see a camp in Lamu because the refugees, when they cross over to Kiunga, they are accommodated in the houses of the people who live in Kiunga. So I think we are all preaching to the converted. These are our people. They are all part of us. And it is not a favor we are doing to them. It is their right. And it is also our responsibility to take care of them. So I know, Garissa, you are doing a lot for the refugees, and we shall exchange notes as to what we can do even better to integrate them. But all in all, what is very, very important, na Mheshimiwa Sophia, you hit it right on the nail. All this, if we do not incorporate them in our laws to give opportunities to these various groups that we are celebrating today, then we'll just be talking. But we have to make it law. We have certain amount of our tenders to be ring-fenced for the youth, for women, even for people with disability. I think that is very crucial. And let us continue exchanging ideas so that we perform better for our people. We are here to serve them and not to be lords over them. Na nikimalizia, Your Excellency and the people of Garissa, let me take this opportunity to invite you to Lamu on the 26th, 27th, and 28th of November for the Lamu Cultural Festival. It will be my last festival as a governor, so it will be one of a kind. We want to leave it as a legacy. Na tunawakaribisha, you are our neighbors. Please come and enjoy 3 days of festivities. So asanteni sana. I'm still here today, tomorrow. We shall engage. I look forward to the baraza so that we can also talk about devolution and the successes of devolution. We have reached great milestones. I drove into Garissa. I was here, I've been here many times, but every time I come, I am very impressed with the development that is going on. And it wouldn't have happened were it not for devolution. So asanteni sana watu wa Garissa, and I look forward to engagement and interaction for the next 2 days so that we bring our people closer. I'm very happy with the Lapset Road. Once it's completed, Your Excellency, you can have breakfast in Garissa, come have lunch in Lamu, and come back to Garissa to sleep. It will be that close. And we welcome you all to Lamu. Our port has begun to pick up, and we need to use that port and create more opportunities for our young people. Asanteni sana na Mungu atubariki.
Asante sana, Your Excellency. Wapi makofi ya Governor wa Lamu? Your Excellency, request that you remain on stage. I just want to request that you remain on stage, Your Excellency, so that we can just take a few photos. I wish to welcome His Excellency Nadhif Jama. Kindly protocol help me with the podium, that we remove the podium. I wish to welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Governor. Kindly join us on stage, together with the CEO, Council of Governors, and the county leadership. Kindly welcome on stage so that we take photos. And then I also, after that photo, I wish to welcome all our partners that are present here today. After we've taken the photo with the county leadership, I wish to welcome all our partners together with CEOs, chairpersons, photographers. Kindly give me a signal when you're ready. Photographers, are you okay? Okay, let's all have a smile because it's a happy moment. Asante sana. I wish to welcome all. The team from Lamu, where are you? Team from Lamu, kindly. Anyone who is still remaining seated, kindly join us. This photo will continue growing in terms of numbers. So those who are already here, kindly don't leave. Maybe we'll just move forward a little bit so that we are joined by others. Asante sana. Let's all look at the photographers. Media team, are you okay? Thank you very much. I wish to welcome all CEOs present, our partners, all CEOs present, chairpersons. Mheshimiwa, kindly join us. All CEOs, chairpersons, missions present. Yes, UNHCR. The team from Garissa and Lamu can remain with the governors, deputy governor, and CEO, Council of Governors. That is the Lamu team. Just a very quick photo and then they fall back. All, any partner that is still remaining, partners who are here. The COG Secretariat, where are you? COG Secretariat, anyone that is around? COG Secretariat, very fast to the front. Just wait, Director, kidogo tu. COG Secretariat present. So that I request our partners to fall back and then COG Secretariat can join us. COG Secretariat present, kindly. Very fast. I know we are chap people. Okay, thank you, partners. You can now take your seats. COG Secretariat. Bado mjapiga? Ndugu zangu. Okay. Okay, photographers, kindly let's be fast. Let's be fast. Okay, in five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Asante sana our partners. Thank you very much. COG Secretariat, where are you? COG Secretariat, kindly join very fast so that we wrap up. COG Secretariat present, kindly very fast. I can see Professor is here. Any other COG kindly the students will join. Okay, photographers, are you ready? Just wait, students to wait first. Students to wait first. Are we okay? Asante sana. Okay. Last but not the least, our students that will be the last photo. Our students. Our students, kindly. Our students. Photographers, are we ready? Our students. Smile. Thank you very much. Asante sana. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. There is a special request for the Lamu team to join. Kindly, Lamu team only. Lamu team only. Lamu team. Photographers, are you ready? Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Director Irene, Director Katra, kindly meet with the CEO. Director Irene and Director Katra, kindly meet with the CEO. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will take a short break. We will take a short break before we come back here. We are starting at 4:30. So, we request that all of us be seated by 4 p.m. Okay? We all be seated by 4 p.m. because the program starts at 4:30 sharp. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can take a short break. I'm looking for someone from Garissa County. Garissa County, maybe the county secretary. Or the chief of staff? Yes. Chief of staff, Garissa County. Chief of staff, Garissa County. I understand you have an announcement. Maybe you can make it in local dialect.
السلام عليكم dhalinyarada waxaan u sheegayaa qada jirta qada pact aan ila siini soo khaasatan caruurtii maanta oo nala joogeen si nidaam u fadhiista askarta enforcement officers